Alrighty, gentlemen, good afternoon. Today is Monday, January 20th. Thank you guys for tuning in to ISD here with Devonn.
And Pierce.
Vontrell.
How are you gentlemen feeling?
Can you turn my headphones down?
We go through this every week. Yes, I can. I feel like I cut them up all the time. Or I just grab them. How's that sound?
That's better.
Way better?
No. Can you turn it down a little bit more?
No. You are this one? How's that?
I guess this is better.
How's it now?
I'll deal with it. It's okay.
How's it now?
It's the same.
How is it now?
This is good.
Good. I changed it. So you
Stop,
good?
Stop playing with it.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in. We got actually want to talk about today. Something I do want to get off my chest real quick right off the bat, right? I know I explained this to you, but I don't know if I told you this, bro, but I actually bought a journal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in my journal, man, I originally, it's going to be something private that I was going to keep to myself, but I figured this podcast I kind of live my life vicariously through this podcast in a sense. Like, anything I go on through in my life, I like to come on this show and discuss because it's about things that we go through at this age, right? So, like, here, if I show the camera, here on the first page of my journal, right, as soon as I walk in, I write a return address. I don't put my home address. I'm paranoid, so I just put the job I work at right now. So in there, I wrote, like, quick sayings to remind myself, you're going to change and be better. Let that be your comfort, the thing that anchors you to come back to reality. I feel like a lot of times I'm in my own head a lot, which I definitely am. And because of that, it holds me back in situations that are actually physically here in life. So I don't end up dealing with reality. I end up dealing with what's in my mind or what I think is going on.
Right.
So when I actually leave my head and come back to reality, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. 100% know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of that. You are not your mistakes. Do not become comfortable in your flaws. Recognize in a healthy way when you're wrong and fix it. I'm very big on calling myself like a dumbass and like fucking idiot and all the other kind of good shit. So this is this is me in an effort to develop healthier ways for me to become a better person, just become a better me. I don't know if it's temporary. I don't know if it's permanent. But either way, bro, I really like it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hear journaling's super, super good for you, and it's almost necessary in a sense of just kind of having a healthier mind and even success. I mean, I know a lot of successful people journal, just to get ideas out, or just kind of to get feelings out, anger, sadness, whatever it is. It's somewhere to put the feelings, the words, so it's not just in your head. So I've always wanted to start doing it. I just never have. It's dope that you started doing it.
It's time-consuming, that's all.
It's mad time-consuming, but, sometimes I feel like eventually it's just something that is probably going to bring you peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's dope that you started it. I definitely need to get on my shit, too, and start writing something down. Even if it's nothing, but just writing something down every day. I hear journaling at the end of your day and just kind of talking about what, you did throughout that day, even if it's just minor shit is really good for you, too. Just journaling in general, man.
Yeah.
Journaling in general, writing shit down.
100%.
Yeah.
For me, it's like obviously, you guys are my friends. I talk to you guys, but I start to feel bad when I come to you guys about how I feel all the time, because either it'll be me repeating the same issue that I've yet to fix, or it'll be just me feel like I'm wearing on you guys. Like, you guys, obviously, everyone has their own things that they deal with. And if you guys have shit on your plates, who am I to come over here and just add my food on your plate? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm sure you guys don't mind, but at the same time, I don't want to intrude on your space. Like, eventually, I have to be the one to fix my problems. You know what I'm saying?
I feel.
Not saying you guys don't care about me, shit like that, but I just want to be able to make sure I'm self-sufficient in myself.
Yeah.
And do things for myself that I care about and feel the hole that I feel. One thing I've noticed is that, because like what we said on this podcast before, old girl that I'm involved with. So, like, there's been a trend, and sure you've noticed it too. Like, I go so hard, and I listen to that podcast too when I was on the phone. This is like, I do that, and I pour into other people so much because there's a lack of whatever I feel like I have in me. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like, whatever I don't have, I try to pour in other people because I don't have that within myself, if that makes sense.
So, like, you're not receiving that in your life, so you feel like you
have to live through other people
to feel a sense of having that?
Almost, in a sense. Or it's just like I don't have a sense of self-identity, so it's like, let me just fall into this person.
So you're when you involve yourself with someone, you basically not
not fall in love, but
you consume them.
Yeah, your life becomes them.
And I think about them 24/7. And it's not even just that person I may like in that situation. It could be a bunch of other shit. It could be a job. Like, I did that with radio. I did that with everything. It's just like, what do I care about in my life?
You don't have a sense of identity, so whatever you're doing at that moment is basically what you identify as.
Yeah.
Why do you feel you don't have a sense of identity?
What the? I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
You're good. Yeah. Partially, yeah. Partially feels like I don't have a sense of identity, and I don't have, and I'm working on it. I'm feeling better, but it definitely feels.
Why do you feel like that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's just I didn't take the time enough to a certain amount of time where I just didn't reflect enough, even though I feel like I reflect all the time. I reflect too much now in a really unhealthy way. Maybe it's because I've never been on my own.
I don't think it's necessary. You need to be on your own to have a self-identity. It's supposed to be.
I'll tell you that much. I'll take that back. It could be better. It's going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you make it.
Yeah. And maybe that's what it is. Something was missing from when I was growing up. And not to say I had some terrible childhood. I didn't. But it's like maybe something was missing that I needed, that I didn't find a piece for myself. Or maybe all this is just supposed to be happening. Because I'm only 23. Life's way ahead of me. I'm still green to a lot of shit in life. You know?
Yeah.
So maybe this is a moment in time where this is supposed to be happening to me.
Yeah, but everyone goes through something that helps them find out kind of who they are, whether that's when they're 5 years old or when they're 50 years old, you know. But everyone hopefully kind of goes through a situation where they kind of realize, like, who they are as a person, you know, instead of trying to, like, live through other people or, you know, kind of, you know, flood their life with stuff to kind of forget about what they don't have, you know, or what they're lacking. So, I mean, maybe this is just your time to kind of figure out who you are and what you really want to do and what, you know, your true path in life is. And so, not that this isn't your true path in life, but you know what I'm saying? Just like, cause I know a lot of people kind of will like chase a dream that they have, and I'm putting dream in quotes because it's a dream that a lot of other people have. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, you know, like, I want to do that because everyone else wants to do that too, you know, so there must be like something, you know, and like they get super motivated for like a month or so on it, and then they're like, okay, this isn't really what I'm trying to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just kind of like floating in space. So yeah, man, I mean, maybe this is, you know, I guess you really won't know until it's done. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you got to do is just kind of stay positive. I mean, everyone's going through that. You feel me? I mean, I'm sure all three of us are kind of going through that right now, just trying to figure this shit out, you know? I know I am.
Yeah.
You guys handle it well, though. I mean, I'm expressive, so I express how I feel all the time. And that's another reason why I got this, because, again, I'll be feeling like an asshole. Because we'll be at work one day, and we can just be completely chilling, and I walk up to him. I'll be like, bro, I feel like fucking shit today. Like, out of the blue or some random shit. Mm-hmm. And it's just like...
I just be standing there.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, it's... You roll with it well, but at the same time, like, I want to be better at handling these things on my own.
Yeah.
And originally, like I said, I thought this was going to be a private thing for me, but I decided to share it here on the podcast because people do actually listen to us, actually. Somebody told us the other day, remember our friends from the city? Excuse me, I was talking to one of them, and they actually said they actually do love and enjoy our podcast.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man, that's nice.
I know, right? So, like, when I get...
I be feeling like nobody even...
I know!
I be talking to nobody, bro.
I be feeling... No, did I ever show you the demographics of our listeners?
I think you might have at one point in time.
Yeah, it'll show us, like, the regions that they listen in. It breaks it down by city. So, you go to United States, Illinois, and then it'll give you, like... Would it go Lake County? No, it'll just give you cities. So it went like Chicago, Country Club Hills.
Really?
I don't know if you guys know anybody in Country Club Hills. Whoever that 1%, it's like 1%. Whoever that 1% is, shout out to you.
Shouts out.
You know what I'm saying? But the breakdown is really cool. But now that people actually listen, or that we know that they listen to us and that they follow us and that they like us, to be able to share this, in my mind, that means I'm helping people.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, almost everybody got a journal. So I have a journal. Mm-hmm. I just be too lazy to write in it sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's just like once you get to going, all of a sudden you just wrote like 3 pages.
Hell yeah. So, I've had it for less than a week. I've already got
bro,
4 pages.
You got there a novel in that bitch.
Yeah. I bought color pencil by accident. Cause
What did you want, a black pen?
I just wanted
I feel like the blue kind of goes. It's nice. It matches. I mean,
it's a blue journal.
Outside, so, you know,
correct, but like
nice theme.
Yeah.
Going on.
Yeah. It was just I don't know what the fuck, cause you know the mechanical pencils that like click on the outside of it.
That's what you thought you had.
That's what I thought I had, a 4-pack. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Ain't they different colors? It's colored pencil.
They got clickable colored pencils now.
Yeah, that's what this is. I didn't.
So you still been writing in color pencil?
Yeah, you see, it's all blue.
Hey,
So
man,
what happens
shit.
if you mess up?
It's an eraser on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So all right. So it's a pencil. It's just colors. It's a colored pencil.
Yeah.
could you erase? Could you
Do you
erase?
not remember those pencils with the color pencils with the erasers on them?
Nah.
Oh, I had a pad.
Were,
Here it is.
were
Here's
they
here.
good? Were they? Yeah. See, that just looks like that. No, I can see why you.
I thought it was a regular
It
pencil.
looks like a regular pencil.
You know what I'm saying?
Did,
Like-
did it say colored pencils on the pack?
You know what, bro?
It probably did.
Probably did.
They're not just gonna not say that,
Right.
Because motherfuckers be buying it thinking it's regular ass pencil.
My thing is, how do you refill
That's
it?
cool though. That's
Hell
cool, though.
yeah, I really like it. Like it caught me, and there's like blue, red, green, black. Like I got an
Oh
assortment
yeah,
of
you
colors.
can change it for however you feeling.
Hell
Red,
yeah. I'm mad as fuck. Switch to
angry,
red. I feel peace. I'm writing black because I'm black and I'm proud or some shit. I don't know.
I feel like I feel like yellow would be peaceful.
That's real.
I don't know what black would be. Blue is sad. What would black be?
I don't know.
Evil.
Blackout.
Evil.
Evil.
I think red considered evil.
Red is angry though.
Red?
Red could be passionate, but yellow is definitely the most peaceful color of all of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Or green. I think I may have a green one in there.
green is. I'd say green is more peaceful than yellow.
Yeah, definitely.
Because yellow can be kind of bright.
Yellow can be mad bright.
Very
You know,
bright.
it is your
Yeah.
sweatshirt right now. Let's look at your sweatshirt. Well, that's like a
like
lime
neon green.
neon.
It's like,
lime.
man. Oh yeah, this is the hoodie I was gonna buy you from the track museum, but and you know me, last minute Larry. I FaceTimed you right when we were at checkout, so I'm like, if you don't answer, I'm fucked.
Yeah,
I probably
bro.
should have.
It's cool, man. I appreciate the thought, though. That's what matters.
Nah, no problem.
Oh, speaking of clothes, I am so disappointed, y'all.
Why this? Can you move the mic a little closer to your mouth?
Yeah, what happened?
Thank you, sir.
So I was all set to buy my Ivy
Oh.
Park times Adidas shit because I need a new coat. My zipper broke.
Yeah, okay.
And I was gonna buy the asymmetrical coat. Do you know that coat? It's almost $300.
Ooh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Beyonce. No.
That's Beyonce's coat? Oh, that's her
The
collab.
the Ivy Park.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Adidas.
yeah.
It looks good.
It was some sick shit.
She has some. I saw some of the shoes. There was like 2 of them I actually.
Yeah,
thought
the
were pretty
shoes
dope.
weren't expensive though. They were all $100.
Word.
I think the most expensive pair were like $200.
A men's shoe?
normal. Yeah, that's normal for us though. So I wasn't tripping on the shoes. I was
Yeah.
tripping on the coat because I'm like, damn,
You know, she had to upcharge something.
Yeah.
Can't make everything affordable.
But I had to think. I'm like, even with Rihanna when she did the Puma thing, the Fenty Puma thing,
Poor
that
ass
stuff wasn't
people.
that expensive. It was not expensive. I was like, oh, okay.
I
So
feel like
wasn't expecting
Rihanna's
it to be
more for the
expensive.
people.
She is.
Than
Yeah.
Beyonce. I don't know, but I feel like she
No,
could
Is are her products like her makeup and lingerie? Are they reasonably priced?
Oh, Rihanna's.
Yeah.
I don't buy her makeup, but from what I see, yeah, yeah. But even back to the clothing line thing, it was reasonably priced. So, but I was so heartbroken looking at that coat.
Because he been talking about it all week.
and I was gonna get it. She ain't send me a box.
But you see how God intervenes?
Hey, man.
No. No.
You know, it's funny you brought that up, actually. You guys know I went to that event on Saturday. I bought this one-of-one jacket.
Yeah, man. Bruh,
You like the jacket?
I didn't really get a good look at it. He showed me, like, in a mirror. It was shaky. I didn't really get to see it. So I told him, did he bring it today?
Nah, I didn't bring it. That's a one-on-one. I didn't bring it.
Bruh, homie. Okay, so he told me a couple days before the event.
I told both of y'all
y'all
at the same time.
Yeah, he was like, yo,
hella
are you
days.
trying to, and I'm like, yeah,
I
bro.
work,
He
so-
said he doesn't know if he's going yet. I'm like, well, if you're going, let me know. I'm down. And he said, all right. He told me the day of, maybe 4 or 5 hours before, yo, you still want to go? I'm just waiting. I was like, bro, like I work tomorrow morning. I got plans. Like, you didn't tell. How are you gonna tell me the day of?
Yeah, I was already at work.
Bro,
so.
I'm like, come on. Like, I really
I
wanted
was-
to go to that too.
I was
man.
so close, bro. I let him know a few days ahead of time, and I was communicating with him.
I had to work.
I know, but I made sure I hit you up early, though.
I still had to work.
Nigga, give me my flowers, my nigga. I hit you up early, did I not?
You did, but you don't follow up, and you.
That's what it was, bro. 'Cause
I
he
did.
hit,
Don't
he
follow
hit
up.
me earlier too. That's when I was like, I'm
Yeah.
down if you're down, because you said I don't know if I'm going yet. And then I was like, yeah, but I work that day, but I get off at like 4 o'clock. Like, just hit me.
I didn't get off
He
work
hit me.
until 7.
Yeah,
so,
bro,
and I
so-
think it started at 7.
Started at 7 and at 10, yeah.
Crazy, man.
You know.
Can't believe that shit.
Yeah.
You still can't believe it at this point?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's expected. I thought you were gonna do better.
I did.
You disappointed me.
I did
We
do better.
literally had a whole conversation on this, though.
I did do
So,
better.
No, you have to follow up,
Follow up the day,
and not
bruh,
the day of.
you gotta
So-
give me the day
so-
before.
so-
like when
so-
you
like 2
decide,
days
when you
before.
decide I'm going, hit me. I'm like, yo, I'm going.
So
I'm like,
because
all right,
I
bet.
didn't fully complete the task, I didn't really do shit. That's what y'all saying.
Failed.
Yeah.
You're a failure.
Say it again.
Funny as fuck. Nah, but
how was it though?
it was really freaking good, bro. So like originally, everything that happens what happens like Wicker Park, Milwaukee area. I always end up in like off of Milwaukee Avenue.
Yeah. Parking
in Chicago can be such a fucking sport. My God,
man, I'm always looking for the free spots.
Dude, last time I was at the Emporium, which is literally up the street from where I was at, and the time before I went to the Emporium a few months ago, and literally, bro, shout out to Mike Will and Corrali Payne and Cook Up Camp. We literally I had to park in the back of an alley.
That's dangerous.
That wasn't like a huge ass sheet of ice. It was cold as fuck,
Jesus.
and it was like. And it was because it was like a Friday night, of course.
Yeah.
All the park spots were taken. So it's just like, what the fuck? And Milwaukee Avenue is popular in Chicago.
Yeah.
So originally, when me and Jordan went up there a few times before that, we parked in a Jewel parking lot while it was still open. Because they be on that. Here in the suburbs, you may get away with that.
Yeah,
they're on that shit. I remember I went to Milwaukee to see Dose Show. I like how I started with one show and ended up talking about two different stories. Yeah. I went to go see Dose and DJ Mondo. Shout out to them boys.
Completely different city now.
Yeah, Milwaukee. I know.
Then I was in Atlanta, and I was like,
I went to go see Dose and DJ Mondo, and I parked in the Dollar Tree parking lot thinking, this ain't nothing, bro. Literally, as I walk away, this girl driving by, yo, Yellow Jacket, they're about to tow your car. Fuck. So I ran back, and sure enough, that tow truck was hovering in the parking lot like a motherfucking shark looking for my shit. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I gotta move it. But at that time of night, they had free parking, so I parked up the street at CVS. But yeah, like finding a parking spot is always a bitch. So last time I had to park in an alley, which I definitely wasn't a fan of. So this time I parked like under the train tracks, but my tail end was hanging out over like an alleyway. So I was like, is this a good spot? You know, your gut tells you like maybe this isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
And either you follow it or you don't. I have a bad habit of not following that good idea sometimes, depending on what it is, obviously. And I was just like, I'll be cool.
Were you cool?
I wasn't. I was nervous as fuck. Because then, like, a guy maybe 50 feet that way had backed out his parking spot right away. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to and park right in there. Yeah. So I lucked out. I got a good parking spot. But the event was dope. The jacket I got, shout out to my guy, Drew, Fabric Narcotics. I bought a jacket off him that was one of one. And, you know,
so it was the only jacket there?
Everything there was one of one. Oh, wow. Yeah. So the jacket, I was going to buy the jacket off his back, but that wouldn't have a hood on it. The one I bought for $90. But to our point, we're talking about Ivy Park and merchandising and whatnot. I asked him that question. I'm like, you know, why do some people charge, like, a lot of fucking money, especially for streetwear? Or a lot of times your consumers aren't people who could typically afford these things.
Yeah, like up and coming streetwear is like, yo, it's $300. I'm like, bro, what?
Right.
Why are you charging that much?
Man.
Yeah, facts. So then I asked him that. He's like, you know, it's more of a know your self-worth type thing.
I get that 100%.
I ain't finna flex on y'all. If I would have had it, I would have sold it.
Oh, yeah, because I had it and I bought that.
I would have cleared it all out.
Like, yeah.
Period.
For the Beyonce jacket?
Yeah.
What's Beyonce's jacket?
But she want me to pay $85 for a top, $60 for some bottoms.
A shirt?
Yeah. Like the sweatshirts alone were $85. So a whole jogging suit is just about $200. I'm still going to get a jogging suit.
Oh, my God. Why?
Because it's Beyonce's jogging suit.
So you're still – so, okay, I'm sorry. I just want to clarify. You need a jacket because you have a hole in your jacket.
No, because my zipper broke.
Your zipper broke, excuse me. So you need a jacket. Coat.
Specific.
You need a coat. And it's $300.
$250.
You don't need that one, though.
No, I don't need that one. No.
But you need the $200 jumpsuit.
Yeah.
I don't need none of that.
You don't need nothing. I'm trying to.
I don't have any jogging pants or jogging suits.
Bro, Marshalls, bro.
Bro, hit the thrift. You know
please hit the thrift. Because you my mans.
Find a nice jumpsuit, you feel me?
I'm only going to buy two.
That's what?
That's $400.
$450 with tags.
Make it make sense, dog.
You damn near going to pay a stack just for shipping and handling.
You're about to pay half a rent.
That's crazy.
I wasn't going to buy it all at once. And I'm still considering.
You're still buying it. Get the fuck out of here. And you still considering that $80 top?
You know what? You could be putting.
I mean, why not? That
Beyonce so much other shit.
You right.
You could be designing your own stuff.
Oh, talk to him.
Getting fabric.
Talk to him.
Saying
talking to vendors.
You over here buying other people's shit. Make your own shit.
Buy your shit. Buy your own shit.
Flex on Beyonce.
Build your shit.
Dirty-ass coat.
Ivy Park.
That shirt that I wore for my birthday.
Vontrell green.
Her face all over it.
Yeah, they told me it was like $80.
It was a $95 shirt.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't talk too much because, as we know on this podcast, on the radio, I've definitely dropped some money overall on some clothes.
I feel like everyone. I'm not shitting on you for
your
this,
closet is
I've
really nice,
spent
though.
money.
I like your closet.
Appreciate it. Thank you. But everyone spends, I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at clothes, because some people don't give a
Right.
fuck,
So
but,
if Kid Cudi released a line with Nike.
Hey, listen, Kid Cudi. No.
They hear that deep ass breath.
Listen, all right, for a couple
Voice
years
got
ago,
deep as fuck.
Listen, Cudi dropped. He had like a collab with some jeans, and I was.
Yeah, you told me
shit,
that.
and I was ready to buy that shit. Right, I didn't even know how much it cost. I was like, oh, bet.
Same shit.
Shit was way. I was like, I saw it and I wanted it, but I was like, and I could have had it, but I was like,
How much were they?
It was a couple $100
For a pair of pants?
What was they, some rocks or something?
No, but it was like raw denim and shit like that, and so that cost more money. But I didn't buy them. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck, like I want it, but like
That's a stupid amount of money, bro.
I'm not gonna buy the
fucking
coat,
money,
but
yo.
I do want something from the collection. So.
I feel you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming you for that because they got some nice shit in there. But like $300 for a coat,
that shit's
straight.
cooked.
I'm straight.
And I'm like, why is it $300? Because it's asymmetrical.
Bro, do you
I'm
just want?
just trying to figure
Bro,
it
do you
out.
just want my coat?
No.
Yeah.
I offered that because I'm like, bro, do you just
I'll
you need
give
a
it
zipper?
to you, bro.
No.
I'll give it to you.
I'll get a shit to you for
Bro,
free.
you
Bro.
can fix the zipper, bro. Just fix it.
Yeah,
I
actually,
did. It fell off, so I lost it.
Actually, bro,
So-
Get it on the zipper.
real talk. My mom knows this little shop on Grand Avenue who fixes like little nicks and crafts and stuff like that.
You probably go to cleaners and they get that shit fixed.
Yeah,
Probably.
Easy.
that's way easier.
Instead of drop 10 instead of 300.
10 in like 3 business days versus $300 in like 8 business days. I know you're not trying to hear this at all.
That'd
I
be
know.
funny,
'Cause
reasons
you
to
probably gonna
shop.
buy that shit anyway. But I mean,
The coat? No, I'm not actually gonna buy it.
what are you gonna get then? What do you think about?
I'm
You gonna get that jumpsuit?
I'm
$200?
I mean, it was like.
I mean,
Look, a beanie was $25. I might.
Oh
give
my
it some time.
God.
I don't know.
Beyonce, she
Damn,
out
man.
here
Yeah. but
hanging her fans, hanging them out to dry and shit.
It sold out though.
Prove you're my
Within days,
fan.
her the whole. Not
Of
even
course
within
it sold
days.
out.
Of course,
I
because
know
it's
it sold
her.
out.
She's
Same
just taking
day.
advantage of the fact that it's her.
Like it
But-
sold out the same
Yeah,
day, and the
bro.
only reason why I was able to like see the coat that I wanted was because ASOS went live with it this morning at 9:00. But ASOS still wanted the same amount. I was like,
Yo,
oh,
man,
nah,
I just couldn't
I
see
can't.
myself.
ASOS is a reseller, right?
What? I mean, people can sell their shit through ASOS, but ASOS is already selling Adidas stuff. So
they just had it.
yeah.
I couldn't see myself like if I was a person of influence to that
Charging
degree,
people that much?
to that degree, or even a lesser degree, but just enough to where people would want to buy my shit. I could just not see myself as making them buy like that expensive for people. You feel me? Because I would just think back to when like me now. I'm like, damn, like I really like to get that, but that's $300. Like I could do that, but then I'd be hurting for a little bit afterwards.
Hurt like a
I'm not gonna
motherfucker.
do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So how am I gonna do that to people, to my fans that might be in the same situation or even worse, but they want to support in some way? You feel me? I just couldn't see myself. Maybe my mentality would change if I ever get to that point, or when I do get to that point. You feel me? You know, and I'm just trying to get money.
Because it's all based off of your worth at the end of the day.
That's real. I don't know, man. But I mean, I know my worth. She knows her worth. I mean,
She
fucking
do.
Beyonce. It's Beyonce.
She do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta.
And that was my point. Like, you could eat some profit loss by making some really quality material and
It's
selling
probably
that
not
shit
even
for like
profit
half
loss,
the price.
bro. It's probably not even profit loss. There's no way them jackets are costing $150 to make, and she needs to charge $300 just so she can make a profit. Like, come on. Plus, what is she? Is she making money? She don't need the money. She made her and Jay-Z billionaires.
They are.
Yeah, like
Yeah, they're married. So if
1
he's a
billion?
billionaire, she's a billionaire.
1 billion, a billionaire.
It's 100. That's a 999 millions.
Cut it out.
That is.
Isn't it a millions?
Oh shit. No, 999 millions. No, you're right.
It's
A million millions.
I want to look this up. All right. I'm not.
900.
Clearly, I did not do good in math.
I know I did. So, but I would definitely, if I'm a retailer or something, like I would definitely do my best to make my. Now, if the only thing that you do is make clothes, that is your sole purpose, that is your
That's
career
something
path.
different.
That's something different when you make your prices a little steeper, because that's your only thing. If you any of these artists that we've covered or we talked about here, that's not your only source of income.
No.
Especially if you touring and you a successful artist, like you got bread on bread on bread. There's no need for you to you to charge that stupid amount of money for that merchandise.
No, but everybody did it though, because it's all on my timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know I followed so many people who were Beyonce fans. So everybody opening up their packages and putting their shit on and whatever.
You feel like you're missing out?
I'm not missing out on anything because I know I'm going to get it.
Did you look it up?
I didn't really find an answer. It was just giving me a bunch of numbers. I was having a hard time reading it.
I graduated high school a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
Bro.
Fuck that. But I don't know, man. Like the networking event overall was really cool. I got to put on some of my friends. I'm sure you guys saw the photos I put in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
so,
it.
of course, you always got to put your people on.
Yeah.
Always.
Just next time, let me do it myself. Just let me know before you go.
Real shit. But another thing I learned though, this guy, man, he taught me about flexibility. So the guy was DJing for the event, but in all reality, he's not even a DJ. He was doing a great job. He's not a DJ. He's a photographer who was on tour with, I don't want to misquote the artist, but I believe it may have been Saba or somebody else. And the tour DJ had an emergency, had to go home. So even though he was a photographer on the tour, he picked up DJing quick, just learned it, and then started DJing. And then from there, he became a DJ. Like, I love stories like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, where it's just like you're just in the moment, you're learning, you're loving real quick, and then, bow, shit just happens. I love shit like that, man.
Yeah, man, that's just what happens when you're just open. You know, it's you say yes instead of just no, or you don't let, like, fear. Kind of, not that he was scared, you know what I'm saying, but like
he threw caution to the wind.
Exactly, He's just like fuck it, like I guess so, you know. Instead of saying like no, like I'm just a photographer, like I don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because then he wouldn't be doing that shit.
Right.
You feel me? So sometimes you just gotta just do that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Which I'm trying to work on that shit this year more so, just kind of just doing whatever. Like instead of just like overthinking it, and getting in my head, I'm just like I'm just gonna.
You just gotta do it.
Yeah. If I want to do it, do it. You feel me?
Yep.
Like there's no. Ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I came to that conclusion when I thought back. I'm like, after all the decisions I've made in my life, like the big decisions, I made them all on impulse.
Yeah.
And sometimes it didn't work, but sometimes majority of the times it worked out. So when I'm thinking on impulse, I just tell myself to do it, and I do it, and it's done.
Exactly.
So like clearly, if I just get over myself and just do it, things will be fine. So well, we're a work in progress.
Yeah, man. Because I always say, when's the last time you've done something for the first time and then regretted doing it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Never. I mean, if it is, it's like one time out of 10. But like, it's always usually whenever I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it, and then I had a great time, or I learned something new, or now I'm doing it more and more and more. Like I'm like, damn, I wish I never did that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Even if I did, at least I would have found out, so I know. You feel me? Because otherwise, I would just be like sitting back, like, damn, like maybe I should have done that. You feel? So. I don't know, man. You just gotta do it, especially if you're just trying to follow your dreams. Like it's depending on what you're trying to do. But like, I know with the shit what we're trying to do, sometimes you just gotta jump.
Yeah.
You don't know if that parachute's gonna open, but you hope it does.
Shit.
Type shit.
My bad.
No, you're good. So there's been this thing trending where females now are proposing to their boyfriends. So if a female proposed to y'all, would y'all accept it?
Honestly,
if
I think I would.
If I already plan on marrying this woman, and she just happened to propose to me first, I would. I mean, because I want to propose. When it's all said and done, I want to propose. Yeah, you feel me? So like, I feel like I'm not gonna say no. Like what, bitch? No, you know what I'm saying? Like no, I'm not gonna do that. Like no, I'm not gonna do that. But like, I don't know. I've seen some where like the girl proposes and like the guy proposes like later or some shit because he still wanted to propose, But yeah, I'd probably say yeah. I mean, if I truly do love this woman and I plan on marrying her,
it don't matter.
Doesn't really matter. Like I can't. She's not gonna hold that over my head. Like I was the one that proposed, you bum ass nigga. I proposed to you. You know what I'm saying?
Because you wasn't ready to commit.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, maybe I'm sure some people do that, but I'd hope mine wouldn't. But yeah, I mean, if love's there, I'm gonna.
So
say
you
yeah.
prefer to be the one to propose? Because that was the question.
I would, because I want to propose. I wouldn't be mad if she did, but I want to propose. You know what I'm saying? But again, love is love. If I already plan on marrying this woman in my head, and then she just happens to pop the question first, I'm not gonna say no. You know what I'm saying? Just like if she were like, if it's not even a proposal, like we're just chilling, she's like, would you want to get married one day? And I'm like, yeah. Like I don't have to ask the question. You feel me? Like, but I'd like to ask the question, basically.
For me, I would like to propose to my significant other because that's what I want to do because I love that person.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've thought about it. I don't think I would care. if she proposed to me or not. Because if I plan on marrying you, odds are like you've had this discussion before about if you're gonna marry someone, you've already had discussion before that you want to settle down. You don't just literally, we've been together for 3.5 years. Fuck it. You're married. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Sometimes it plays out that way.
Sometimes, but me
but
personally,
I feel like you have a you know. You don't just. Some people I'm sure have just asked, and the other person's like, ugh. But like usually, if you're not gonna discuss it beforehand, you probably have a good feeling that like she would say yes or he would say yes, depending on who's proposing.
100%. So, and it's funny, I asked my dad about that this morning actually, this afternoon because I slept all day. But what he was saying was,
you asked him about the question I just asked you?
Yeah. And I said, how would you feel if my mom proposed to you? And he said, I really wouldn't care. The reason where it comes from is because back in the day, the dudes used to have to go talk to the parents first.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know anybody who still does that. But I'd imagine when I propose to my wife, wherever she at, that I'm going to, ask her parents first and probably get their parents' blessing first. It's out of respect, depending on the relationship between her and her parents. But, all right, that was a whole off-topic shit.
I mean, what if they don't? What if they're like, no? What are you going to be like, oh, shit, all right.
Nah, you know what? I'm still going to marry you. I'm not going to fuck.
Regardless, not like
for
fuck
me,
the
it doesn't
parents.
matter.
But like,
yeah.
Somebody's son is going to propose to me.
You're not marrying the parents.
That's real.
You're marrying the
people do always say that.
Or,
like when you marry someone, you marry someone's family. I don't see that.
In a way, you kind of do.
I mean, like,
it just depends on how tied they are to their family.
True.
If they're extremely family-oriented and they see their family every Sunday, they go to family functions and just vacation at the lake house together, then yes, you are marrying their family.
Mm-hmm. Not everyone's like that, though.
No.
But still, you two are getting in bed together at the end of the night.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's who I spend. That's who I eat dinner with. That's who I share my secrets with. That's who I'm most intimate with. Is her. That's my person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But that's where my dad came from. Now the way they worked out though is because my mom did bring up, like, they were dating for however long, and then my mom brought up and was just like, eventually one day I do want to settle down and get married. And this is this. So at that point, the light bulb went on for this man. He was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that means I'm going to marry you then. And then from that point, he took a step and proposed to her. So me personally, bro, if, like you said, if I love her and we've already had a discussion and we know you want to get married, take it to the next level, I wouldn't care if you proposed to me.
I wouldn't care if she proposed to me either.
Really?
Really? All right. Because if you think about it, I mean, a dude might propose to me, so...
So,
man.
Clarify. Hold on a second. Clarify.
If I was into a woman and a woman proposed to me, it would matter.
I thought you meant currently.
Currently.
Yeah. What? I mean, are you open to dating a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel it's a woman open enough to accept my past, if that makes sense.
I hear you.
I mean, I know it's people out there.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Definitely people.
You don't think you come across that person yet?
No.
Because some women, now all women, please, but some women.
What?
Not me.
Right.
Yeah. But some women, I've asked, would they ever, it's like how we as guys would we heterosexual men would date a girl who had a relationship with girls before.
It's a double standard.
A huge double standard.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. Girls won't date guys.
Because as soon as a girl hear that you even touched a guy in the wrong way, you gay as hell. Like,
right. Exactly.
Exactly. That's it. So, and I don't want to put myself through that.
Yeah.
So I was like, if it happens, it happens. But if it don't, Todd is going to propose to me.
Who is Todd?
I don't know. Somebody's son.
That's just your placement name?
Yeah, that's my
You're right. You're right. He is going to be white.
Why you say that?
Because the name that popped up in your mind that you manifesting is Todd.
It's always been Todd, though.
Chester.
Todd just seems like Todd just seems like a good John Doe name. Like, I don't know that nigga name. His name Todd.
Why not just John?
You're right. I don't fucking know. I don't know, but it's been Todd since I was.
Hey, man.
Bro, you're the king of keeping shit simple. You know that?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean,
everything with you is A, B, C, D.
I try.
Bitch. Because you be getting mad as hell.
Oh, my gosh. But no, I am not opposed to being with a woman. So
I think that there's definitely out there. If it is, though, it's going to be someone younger, not someone older. I feel like it's going to be someone.
That would be okay with dating like do that.
Someone way more progressive.
I just feel like they'd probably have to, be like. I feel like.
Or they're bisexual too.
It'd have to be someone that's bisexual, and not the bisexual where like they're bisexual, but they're not really bisexual. Like all the girls were in high school apparently.
Yeah, fake bisexual.
Finding everybody cute.
Yeah, but like legit bisexual, and they're perfectly fine
like
with that.
you
know what I'm
got
saying?
prosthetic dick before.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like so that then because like how are you gonna really judge at that point? You know what I'm saying? So like so I feel like that's
yeah.
what
And
that's
plus,
what
I could tell you that I was gay. Just don't ask questions about it. I feel like what'll be the needle in the coffin is what position were you? Like that's.
You'd be like, why?
Right, right. Because if you tell them the wrong position, like I can't do that. So.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I guess
that's fucked up.
It does. That sucks. I mean, that's
some old bullshit.
Man, I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear a couple of girls' perspectives on that, or women's perspectives, females' perspectives. Or
I feel like they're all going to be the same because us finding that one girl who's okay with it is like finding a diamond in the rough. So
true. I've never. I mean,
you don't have that issue.
Obviously, know better than I.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense for sure. It makes a lot of sense.
It's okay. I couldn't see it happening anyway. Because if I get with a girl, we have kids, and we move into a house, I don't do yard work.
I don't do yard work.
Yeah, he explained to me the other day he does not do any yard work. Because we were talking about grabbing a place together. I think it's where it came up. And he's like, I don't do yard work. And I'm just like.
You just refuse? Or like
even when my parents were trying to make me do it, I didn't do it.
Why? You just.
What do you mean? That's hard labor. I'm not doing that.
I mean, you don't want your yard to look decent?
I can pay somebody for that.
But what if we ain't got
pocket, bro? That's the same shit with the Beyonce jacket. Just make your own shit.
Cut it out.
So if you live by yourself.
If I live by myself, I'm going to be in a loft.
Okay, let me.
All right, you're not gonna have no plants. You're not gonna have.
There will be fake.
You won't even water your you're a fucking
Who waters a fake plant?
Nobody.
But why not get a real plant and water it?
Provide some oxygen in your house.
Nurture it, grow it.
Have some light.
Do you know the feeling of accomplishment you're gonna feel like when it's like, but I took this from the ground up and raised it.
I bought it from Target. It was on sale.
You ain't shit. Some lazy ass shit.
It's really not.
That is, bro.
Not keeping up with plants.
You only going to do yard work until your son or daughter gets.
No, because this is how I feel about it. Because I didn't do yard work, I wouldn't make my kids do yard work. I'd be very hypocritical if I was to do that.
I'm making my kids do yard work. I don't care.
I had to do that shit.
I had
to do that shit.
I didn't. It was a fight in my house all the time.
Food chain, little nigga.
You're not finna go help your brother rake them leaves? No, I'll take out the garbage. You're not finna go shovel the snow?
That's physical labor.
No, I'll take out the garbage.
That's physical labor,
it,
bro.
That's it. So all you need to take out the garbage.
Did you take the garbage cans up?
Did I what?
Take the garbage cans up?
Yeah, sometimes.
Because that's physical labor, bro.
Sometimes. But it's done.
Raking leaves isn't even physical labor, bro.
You are outside for a long period of time.
Not if you do it fast.
Pop some headphones in.
I don't give a fuck what y'all trying to say. I didn't.
So let me get this straight. Say you and your significant other, because you said the other week you don't feel like you're gonna get married. You are gonna get married and be happy, right? When y'all get a house together.
If we get a house.
So you don't even plan on getting the house. You're just gonna.
You're
gonna avoid
if it's in the air.
If it's just me and my husband and we have our little dogs, I don't need a house.
That's real.
But if we decide to like actually have a kid or two, maybe.
Strong ass maybe.
Because I feel like we can manage in a really nice condo. Like,
you are, because houses are a big ass responsibility.
And it's not the fact that I wouldn't want the responsibility. I just feel like, if I'm not going to do the yard work, I'm not going to make my kids do the yard work. I'm pretty sure my husband wouldn't want to do the hard yard work either because he's gay. So
I mean, just because he's gay doesn't mean that they don't want to do it.
But sometimes I feel like whoever you end up with is a reflection of you.
True.
So
I guess.
If I ain't going to want to do it, I'm pretty sure he ain't going to want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess, bro. But like, so, okay. This for the purposes of this conversation, you are in a house.
With the yard.
With the yard. Front and back.
Okay. Yeah.
And matter of fact, throw some side in that shit.
Yeah. Maybe a tree here.
Maybe a tree.
Some hedges.
Maybe even give me the shrubs, the rose.
Oh, you going crazy.
All of that.
Matter of fact, say you have my front lawn. You seen my front and backyard before. Mm-hmm. You got that. You got front yard, backyard. We ain't got no trees. We got a strip of land on the side of the garage, right? We got plants in the back gate, store shit, all that good shit, right? Say you want to pay somebody, but something happens. God forbid, something happens and you ain't got the bread right now to cover that. But your lawn looks like shit.
You just gonna let that shit grow?
Grass ain't been cut in 3 weeks.
4 weeks.
It's 4 weeks, a month. 2 pay periods, right? Grass too tall for the lawnmower.
Can't even walk through it.
Can't even walk through that shit. Can't even get your mail.
Losing your dog and shit in that bitch.
Got random animals running through your lawn because it's so goddamn big they think they're in the forest.
Yeah, like Jumanji.
I mean, I have nieces and nephews.
So you gonna make them do it?
Because
what if they're not available?
They're probably going to be doing yard work.
Hold on. What if they're not available?
So what, you can just gonna call them up, be like, yo, can you tell me?
What if you live a whole other state?
Yeah.
I probably won't.
Is you gonna live here your whole life?
No.
So you're not gonna call it. If you live a whole other state, you don't have the bread for it, but you need lawn work.
I need lawn work, and
Yes.
I have a whole family.
Yes, and you don't have the bread for it.
I mean, if push came to shove, my husband would do it.
What if your husband's not available and it's just you?
What if your husband broken leg?
Do you see the shit I deal with all the time, bro? This type of shit I deal with all the time,
bro. He in bed sick.
He's gonna
Kids
figure
off
it
to
out.
school.
Why can't you figure it out?
Because the lawn isn't my part.
What's your part?
My part is everything else but that.
But the lawn.
Yeah,
You find a way out of everything.
I do.
That's crazy.
Some more
You can make it a
bullshit.
whole bonding experience with the family. Everyone can be out there doing
I don't
stuff.
even know how to work a lawnmower.
It's so fucking
Yeah,
simple.
see.
You literally follow the lines.
Nope, because then you have to cut the grass in a certain way.
No, you don't.
It's not that hard, bro.
No,
You go back and forth.
Yeah,
It's
man.
literally not that
You can
hard.
literally squiggle your way around.
I
as long
don't
as you
care
get it
what
all.
y'all say. It's not in my itinerary. I don't believe in it.
You don't
It's not
believe
for
in it.
me.
It's not. We're trying to really save you some money.
Yeah, bro.
I don't even know why. Because it's probably just going to be me and Diwali and
And your husband.
Todd.
yeah.
Lawn work is not that bad. Plus, it builds character.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do lawn work,
I definitely do.
but you just told us at the beginning of this podcast you were lost. So.
What?
What?
Damn.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Yo.
You said it builds character.
Jesus Christ, it does. But damn, bro. You know, I'm just going to put my journal away.
Right.
Because niggas definitely just shitted on my little discovery.
did it.
Judge the fuck out of you.
Tell these niggas
I
shit.
did it.
I can't tell these niggas. You know what?
Matter of fact, shut this podcast.
Nigga, you're fired.
Walking home.
You are walking home.
Call it
Oh my
God, hey, God, listeners of ISD, don't tell your friends how you really feel. God
Yeah.
damn.
Bottle your emotions.
But God
Real
damn.
talk, though, like,
I mean, no, it builds character. It builds toughness. And I'm being serious.
Yeah,
like,
man, you
like,
get-
like,
I
like, if
feel
I
like anything you go through can build toughness.
You prick a
Being
thorn,
bullied
though, and you're like,
builds
the
toughness.
next time you
Right.
don't prick a thorn, you're like, yeah,
like, all jokes
Okay,
aside,
but we've all caught a splinter once or twice.
and that build character.
Yeah, did that not make you a little bit tougher?
I've caught a splinter.
and it built, and it builds some character. Same thing with going out there.
Give you some more HP.
Yep.
Fucking annoying.
That was cool. Blue, level up.
Right.
EXP. Yeah, you get your experience
You
points
get
up.
another bar.
Did
man.
you ever play Pokemon?
Yeah.
You play Pokemon, right?
No.
Ah.
I watched Pokemon, but I didn't play Pokemon.
Damn, Vontrell. You get none of this shit we tried to say, bro. It's like slamming the door. Ah, shit, let me unslam that door.
Oh, my God.
Bro, you got to get your HP up. You got to get your experience up. You got to get them scars on you. Shoveling snow, hell yeah, shoveling snow. Well, growing up around here where it would snow 2-3 times a week and you got to shovel that shit 2-3 times. That's,
have to
especially
shovel
with a mom like
everything.
mine, bro. Go get it now. Go get it now. Go get it now. And the snowblower was ass.
Yeah, bruh.
You
Yo,
see my long-ass driveway?
My dad refused. We had a snowblower. He would not let me use it.
That's fucking
I'm like,
bullshit.
So you had the
snowblower.
hand shovel
I
snow?
had the hand shovel.
See.
My sister's not helping. I'm just out
Of
there.
course not.
Shoveling.
Come
My
on.
dad, can I use a snowblower? No.
Why not?
I don't know.
That's some
So why
old-
the fuck didn't he go out and shovel then?
Because he's the dad and I'm the son. I had to be out in that bitch shoveling that shit.
Old
I didn't
school
give a
ass.
fuck about
Yeah.
That's some fucking bullshit. I ain't gonna
so
lie.
mad.
He built character. That's a character. I wouldn't do that to my son. though. I ain't gonna lie.
I was pissed.
If anything, I might go out there and shovel him for a little bit, maybe the first couple weeks. Once I feel like he gets of age enough, probably like right before puberty, and then after a while, I'm gonna leave him his spot to maybe do by himself, and then I'll give him the snowblower. But I do
Oh.
want him to shovel and feel
Like,
that.
once you're
though.
in middle school, bro, you should be able to shovel that shit.
Now cutting grass, that's different because it depends on how tall you are and shit. I didn't cut grass till I was damn near in high school.
I was cutting grass when I was in middle school.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't cut grass. I was in
I
like
was
high
in there
school.
pushing. 90 degrees, 100 degrees sun,
In the beater.
neck red. as
You didn't have that
fuck.
big of a lawn though.
I didn't, but that shit took a long time. I had trees
Nooks
to go
and crannies,
around.
yeah,
I
you
had
did.
a fucking thing to go. Man,
Hell yeah. Plus, like, the one we used to have, I got lucky. My brother had to push one. And, you know, my garage, I don't know if you know, I tell you, my garage is actually built in and it come with the house.
Mm-hmm.
So where that darker pavement stops, all that was just lawn. And my brother had to push it. And that we had a slight hill under the garage, so he's literally pushing it. I got the one where you just grab the bottom rail and it does it for you.
Yo, I remember my dad, because you know I used to have, there was a fat ass field.
I miss your
right
house,
next to my
bro.
house. My dad would make, I don't even know why. He'd literally be like, yo, go pick up the trash in the field. I'm like, what?
Yo, ass a slave.
I was out there just with the bag, just
That's fucked
mad.
up.
Yeah, I'm like,
My
what?
dad used to try to make me to go pick up dog shit in the backyard.
That's your house. That's different. That's your house.
Yeah,
That's
it's your
different.
dog.
It wasn't my dog.
Who did you live there?
I didn't do it.
You're an ass, bro.
Man.
I ain't gonna lie.
And by the way, I have mad respect for my parents because it sounded like I was just a disrespectful.
It
ass.
definitely.
No.
I was very obedient.
No.
Very
Do the
obedient.
dishes. That's
I did dishes. I did the dishes. I just wasn't doing yard work. Like, I didn't care. I would rather take the L than to go and do yard work.
That shit is crazy, bro.
I didn't do any
because it's
yard
not
work,
that
though.
bad, bro.
It
was that bad for me. So,
And honestly,
Did you have like a fat ass yard or something?
no.
you wouldn't know.
I've been to your house or your parents' house.
That's a new house. They've had 2 other
I
houses
will say
prior
that
to
driveway.
house.
Driveway is long as shit.
It don't matter. I wasn't doing nothing there either. So,
Oh my god,
cut it out.
that shit lame, bro.
It's
I ain't gonna
really
lie to you.
not.
If I was your brother, bro, I'd damn near beat your ass.
No,
I be mad as hell. Hey, nigga, you know
no,
I'm
they
having
were,
this bitch
they were paying
5
him.
hours. Something.
and you sitting inside.
They were
My
paying
fingers
him.
are numb.
Listen to Beyonce, and I'm out here fucking burning up.
Man,
I damn near would have beat your ass.
I would
took
have
the trash out.
Fights.
I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking
Fuck about the
trash.
trash.
No motherfucking trash, bro.
Nah, they were paying my brother to do it, and they thought because they were paying
I ain't
him,
getting paid shit.
they thought because they were paying him that
Warm
I
ass
was just
house,
gonna be
washing
like,
dishes.
all right, let me do it.
I'm
No,
just
You in a warm ass house washing dishes.
Bro, I'd be on the window just sitting there like,
Really?
let me in,
Let me in.
freezing.
yeah,
Did you even make him hot chocolate?
I rolled him up one.
One time.
One
Single.
time.
I mean, we have to wait until they went to sleep to go smoke anyway. So,
I would just roll my own shit. I'm just
nah, his fingers were too cold.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my god.
So you have not helped out once at all ever. Yeah, maybe moving with you is not a good idea. Even though it's
Yeah.
gonna be an
Even
apartment.
though, right,
It's
wouldn't
gonna be an
an
apartment.
actual
See, that's
house.
why you
It
gotta-
wouldn't be a house.
So if we get an apartment together, what's the breakdown?
What do you mean? What's the
So you
breakdown?
basically
For
doing
one,
all
we
the
would have
work.
to take turns cleaning the bathroom. They need to be cleaned every
Okay,
week.
I'm down with that.
So
Every week. Okay, how many
yes.
people we got coming to our house?
Yeah, nigga, a bathroom gets dirty.
Okay, fine.
Right. You're a
I
dude.
mean, how dirty y'all getting? I mean,
Thank you,
like,
bro.
I've been okay, so
Listen.
every Saturday morning,
You
my
see,
mom,
you see where I'm going at?
because y'all are niggas. Every Saturday morning,
What? I'm still clean.
You're right. I don't be sitting on the walls.
every Saturday morning, my mom would wake us up. We had to clean our rooms, the bathrooms, and go do the dishes.
I got chores to do this
So-
week. That's why I can come to the gym tonight because I slept all day.
It's horrible.
But continue.
But yeah, so every Saturday morning, if I'm off, I be up cleaning. Like, and
So
then
it's muscle memory for you now.
yes, it's muscle memory. So every Saturday, that bathroom would have to be clean. That's
So
like
every Saturday the bathroom is
mandatory.
yours.
No, we'd have to take turns.
But
We'd
I
be
didn't
every
grow up
other
under your
week.
mom.
It'd still be every other week though.
So every 2 weeks.
The bathroom's yours.
No.
Yeah, that's what you
If
said.
I clean it 1 week, you would have to clean it the next week.
While I was under, because that's what your mom said. I mean, let me stop capping because my mom made me clean the house every week too.
Honestly though, if you go to somebody's house and the 2 areas, the kitchen and the bathroom, if they're nasty, are you gonna want to stay there?
No,
Okay then.
but how do I know it's gonna? If only me and you live in there, how's it gonna be nasty?
I feel like he's assuming you're gross.
That's what the fuck I'm thinking. You
I
think
would-
I'm a dirty
you
nigga?
should take this as disrespect.
I
like,
am. Matter of fact,
actually.
nigga, fuck you.
I don't
We not
think-
moving together.
I don't think you're a dirty nigga, but I've seen your room.
I'm junky, but junky and dirty is 2 different things.
Nigga, your room look moist.
That's his room.
like your room look moist. Your car be smelling off sometimes. Like
What's your car smell like?
I don't
Dirt.
know. How does my car smell like dirt? I'm not a dirty
Look.
person. How? Only thing that's in there, we can go out to my car. Only thing that's in there is Aldi bags, my tripods, which are actually in here right now. I keep a garbage
somebody
bag.
else told him this though. So
That your car smell like dirt.
She was high.
no, she was serious
high.
though. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
She was high.
When
that's
you're
when
high,
that's when the truth comes out. You be sitting there like,
Exactly.
damn, this nigga car smells.
your senses are heightened when you're high
Why do you got Aldi bags in your car?
because he uses garbage bags in his car.
But Aldi's, my mom sends me to Aldi's.
I know. Yeah, but like you just keeping them in there.
Yeah, just in case. Like, they're reusable ones. So like, if my mom sends me to Aldi's, I'm like, all right, what do we do? I keep in my car.
All right,
Instead
well,
of
that
having to buy
makes sense.
new
I thought you
bags.
just had a bunch of plastic bags everywhere.
No. Now the plastic bags I do have, those are in a spot. They'll have their designated areas. They're not all over the car.
For what though?
Garbage
Garbage.
bags.
So
Yep.
just, like put them on like the.
Yeah, I put it right on the gear shift.
I'll be doing that. I do that sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? So I put all my garbage. Now, is all garbage all over my car? No, it's not.
I mean, but if you miss that and it's crumbs everywhere, after a while.
First of all, but how often do I miss?
I don't know. I'm not in your car every day.
Kobe, I don't miss. Because it's right there.
Okay. Either way,
Car
you got a moist ass room, a moist ass car.
How's my room moist?
It just look moist. You know, like
What was
when
wet
you-
about my room?
I don't want to get into this. It just
Niggas
it
ain't
wasn't
got
an inviting room.
Nothing to say.
It wasn't an inviting room.
Nothing to
Like
say.
if I was
What-
a female and I came in your room, them sheets look cold and wet. For one,
How the fuck did my
they
sheets look
did.
wet?
I mean, what are you supposed to do? How is he supposed
I
to
don't
make his
know, like
sheets
his
not
bed-
cold and wet?
Well,
He could've made
my,
up
my,
his
nah,
bed.
my bed's not made. I never make my bed.
I don't even make my bed either, bro.
I don't make
Like,
bed for shit. First, who am I making it for? It's gonna look the same when I get in it.
Thank you.
What's the fucking point?
But
My parents make the bed. My parents
get into a made.
I'm sure it is.
Like, it's frustrating because you gotta. It's tight. Yeah. Everything's tight. You gotta pull everything out and everything. I gotta.
Plus on top,
I want to be able to get in there.
Plus on top of that, if I'm sitting there making it before I leave my house for the day, and I'm sitting there like I'm just gonna do this shit later.
Who wants to come home to a messy house?
The
bed
house
bed.
is the same thing. My room is my sanctuary.
Yes.
I should have it however
Thank you. I can't wait till I get a man cave. Okay. Nobody come down there.
I guess it's different for me because I pace a lot. So I'd be walking all over the house.
And so all you see. Plus, on top of that, all you probably see is all the flaws in it. If you really think about it. I like, in whatever you may see, like, oh my God, I see a little speck of dirt here. Oh my God, it's dirty.
Probably walk around with a white glove. And just
the fuck is this?
Vontrell!
Yelling at yourself.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I clean my bathroom every week.
And that's another thing, bro.
How dirty is your bathroom?
It's not that it be dirty.
It's just you up here, right?
Like, when you say clean, you take the garbage out.
Yeah, I take the garbage out. I clean my sink. I clean my tub. I wipe my mirror down. I clean, I Swiffer my floor, like all of that.
But it's just you living there. Granted.
Yeah, you're right. It is just me living
there. I don't know
there.
how dirty you are, man.
I'm not.
Because doesn't it make it seem like he's filthy? But you're not a filthy person.
I know I'm not.
Now, you do have guests. What?
He sounds like he be rolling in the mud every day. Scrub that shit down.
I can't. I cannot.
So it's primarily up here because
it's just been programmed in me not to live in filth.
Right. So because it's you up here, you can clean the bathroom every week.
I'm not cleaning the bathroom. For one, I have a bathroom phobia. So the bathroom has I'm not budging on that. That bathroom has to be cleaned every week.
Bro, you
know
what?
You straight, bro. You don't even have to.
That's what I'm saying. You the best at it because you know what's gonna happen. Because you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna do it and be like, you didn't do it this way. And like, you know what, my nigga,
get out of here.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Because if I have to.
but if you're already programmed,
that has happened before.
If you're already programmed up here to do it the way you want to do it,
it's not
no matter the way I do it, which is gonna be good, you're gonna want to do it his own way anyway, right?
No, because I can show you how to clean the bathroom.
You ever just been sniffing and all of a sudden like a booger pops out of nowhere?
Yeah. Just random as fuck.
I'm about to go look my
do your thing. Yeah, you know it hurts sometimes. Dry boogers be hurting, bro. Yeah. All right, continue.
I don't even know what I was saying.
What I was saying was, what's the point of me even trying to clean the bathroom?
I can show you how to clean the bathroom. That's what I was saying.
My nigga, I know how to clean the bathroom.
Do you?
Yeah. The fuck? Don't do that. Like the fuck out of here.
Question.
Yeah. I'm grown, boy. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I know how to clean a bathroom. But what?
I'm just agreeing
all right,
with you.
All right, you sound like you got something else you want to say.
I mean, you're getting really offended, so...
I'm getting annoyed because you're going to clean the bathroom.
I'm not cleaning the bathroom every week. I will clean it every other week.
This is exactly what's going to happen.
The weeks that I don't clean it, you need to clean it.
This is exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to clean it, and they're going to be like, I don't like it. You're going to go behind me doing it wrong anyway. Yeah, the fuck you are.
No.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Because if I see that you cleaned it correctly, why would I go over it?
Because you're already up here of your bathroom phobia. That's what's going to happen. I may misstep one step or miss one part. You're going to be like,
let me ask you this. Do you wipe behind the toilet when you're cleaning?
Yes, on the floor.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. Okay.
Yes.
So you get in that little crack and crevice
of
the toilet?
Of the bolts where the bolt and the floor meets the toilet. Yes, I clean all that.
Okay.
But I still feel you're going to be like, oh, this wasn't done the way I like it.
No.
You went clockwise instead of counterclockwise when you wiped the mirror.
Okay, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's just I prefer the bathroom to always be clean. That's all.
So you can do it.
No, I'm only going to do it every other week.
So what else in the house are you not budging on? I know, I can tell you right now, for me, I'm not very good at loading a dishwasher.
Me neither. But then again, I don't eat nor cook, so.
You don't cook?
No.
Oh, that's a problem.
Why? You're a grown man.
I cook, but I don't want to cook all the time. So if I live with someone, they need to cook too.
But I mean, I took it for the most part. You would be eating your own meals.
I would be eating my own meals, but if we live together, I'm not gonna sit there be eating while you're not eating.
How would you know if I didn't eat?
I would ask you,
and I'd tell you.
Plus, if we sit in the house all day, I'm looking at you not eating.
In the house all day.
If we sit in the house all day,
how do you know I sat there all day?
Because I was in the house with you.
But if you were asleep and I left, and I came back.
Let's say hypothetically we both got up at 8 a.m. and we sat in the house all day because we had shit to do in the house all day. And I sit there in your face. I look at you like, yo, did you eat today? I'm going to know if you ate or not.
I ate. I ordered out while you were asleep.
So at 6 o'clock in the morning, we were both asleep because I literally just said, I did not just say we both got up at 8 a.m. I just said that. You literally talking to someone who likes to argue and debate. I don't know why you're trying to.
And you're talking to someone who doesn't. So
what are y'all even arguing about?
So we're talking about, yes. Because we talked about how
because he asked me what else.
now?
No, but those are the two areas that primarily need to be clean all the time.
So you can clean the kitchen too.
Well, I feel like you're gonna use the kitchen more than me.
You don't cook.
You don't eat?
I don't cook.
You don't cook?
That's an issue. I know, right? That's what I said.
How you not cook?
You grown as fuck, bro.
What do you be eating?
I mean, I eat.
Cereal?
I just don't cook. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So are you gonna clean all the time? And every time I cook, that's your.
No.
Well, we can't live together.
First of all,
if I'm doing all the cooking and all the cleaning, you ain't cooking or cleaning shit.
nigga, we're not married. We're just.
I don't give a fuck, but my nigga, we share the same space.
Oh my gosh.
If I'm sitting there cooking all these motherfucking meals, I'm cooking.
9 times out of 10, you're most likely gonna be cooking for yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm cooking for the both of us because we both live there.
All right.
So if you not doing any type of cooking and I cook,
for one, if you're cooking, you should be able to clean as you go. Because if and when I do, because I can cook, I just don't have the time for it. It's too time consuming for me. So, but when I am cooking, I clean as I go.
Okay.
So by the time I'm done cooking,
well, say I don't.
You should.
But if I don't, you would have to clean the dishes.
Not if I didn't eat.
That's some bitch ass shit.
That's not no bitch ass shit.
Yeah,
Because if I didn't eat, why would I have to clean up your mess?
Because we share the space together as a team.
Bro, simple. Boom. Whoever cooks, the other person cleans. Whoever cleans.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
That's literally that.
And why are you sitting there arguing about it?
I wasn't arguing about it.
That's all right.
You definitely were, bro.
I don't think y'all should be living together.
I don't think so either, bro.
High key.
That's some petty shit.
It's really not. If I'm not, what if you cook and I'm not there one day?
Then obviously you can't clean if you're not there. I'm not going to sit all day, but if you're there, then why wouldn't you clean if I cook?
So how is it? What's any different if you made something and I didn't touch anything that you made?
Because you still live there, and I cooked us both food. Whether you want to eat or not, it's the intent that is there that I made you some food so you could eat, which you're probably gonna end up eating. Because if we're living in Chicago, odds are it's gonna be kind of expensive. So we're gonna have to rely on these meals, and we cannot eat out all the time.
All right.
we can't live together because you be on some.
I just said all right.
Because you be on some bullshit.
I'm not on bullshit.
Anyway, so the other day we talked about Eminem's album, and he just said that I believe I was talking to you about the Eminem album. You just said you're genuinely just not interested in listening to him.
You're not an Eminem fan at all.
I've never been an Eminem fan. I like certain Eminem songs, but I've never actually been like a fan. So when the album came out, like only reason why I would have listened to it is because I knew it was something we'd be talking about. So I listened to the Mac album though. That was pretty good.
You like
that shit was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
I actually liked a few songs. If I like more than 3 songs off a project, it's a decent project.
Yeah,
I think
the Mac
one
was. It was sad listening to it though.
It was, but he still has some feel good.
It wasn't like a sad album, but just knowing that like he's gone.
Yeah,
I was like, man, like.
Yeah, because when it first came out, I didn't listen to it right away. I listened to it before I was listening to it before I came outside, and then it literally finished right when he told me he was downstairs. So I was like, all right, cool. But it was a good album.
Yeah, I liked it.
Production wise, I liked it. Just him talking, and it's really weird. I'm not gonna say he predicted his death, but
it sound like it though.
It does. Like some of his lyrics, like "When I'm Gone" or just some stuff like that. In the end, or some shit. It has the effects of referring to if he was to pass away at the time he was making his music. You know, that shit is really crazy. What'd you think of the Mac album?
I mean, I think it was solid. I mean, I've like pretty much all the Mac albums. You know what I'm saying? I've been a Mac fan for a minute now, so it was just more of what I expected. You feel me? Like I said, it was just kind of bittersweet listening to it, just because it's like I mean, I know he has a lot more like songs and stuff, but I wouldn't necessarily want something that's not finished. You feel me? And they're just putting it out there just to.
But this felt finished.
No, yeah. This I'm pretty sure.
Mixed, master, done, all that. Yeah,
I'm saying like just for future stuff, but like I mean, it was a great album.
Yeah,
great
album.
It was
a good follow up to the previous album.
Yeah, I heard somewhere, I could be completely wrong, but like this album and the other one were supposed to to be together in a sense, like they were supposed to
swimming in
that
circles.
Was the point. Yeah, pretty much swimming in circles. So
yep,
it makes sense why they're similar.
Definitely. So rest in peace, Mac, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. His birthday was the other day. Yesterday.
It was yesterday?
Yesterday. Fuck. But now back to Eminem because that took a turn. You said that you're just genuinely not interested. What about an artist would make you guys not interested to hear that
at all?
Yeah, like if you look at them, you're just like, I just don't care to hear you. Like, what is your guys' thought process when you feel uninterested?
Well, usually I've listened to the artist before. I'm not just gonna not listen to somebody, you know. But if I've listened to them and the times I had, and again, like I'll probably listen to them a couple times just to see, because I don't like one song doesn't mean I don't like their other music. So I'll maybe jump to like an earlier project, or see if they drop some new shit, whatever the case is. And if I just don't like anything I'm hearing, I'll probably just be like, I'm not really looking for that. I may listen to it just in case, just kind of be up on like what's going on, but like I'm not gonna. That's not what I'm gonna jump to when I see it's released. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if I'm just generally just haven't really been impressed most of the time, I'm like, all right.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
I don't know. I'm hot and cold with Eminem because I listened to the whole Kamikaze project and I liked a few songs off of there.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's only so much I can take sometimes with Eminem because sometimes he can be really angry and sometimes he can be really happy. So,
Living through his music.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes for me to I'm sorry, were you done? I didn't mean to cut you off. Sometimes for me, something that really turned me off to an artist, it could be shit that goes on outside of the music that I really and I should stop that because that's just life in general.
And sometimes that shit that's going outside of their music is to promote their music.
Correct. So, and I just to get out of my feelings.
So what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Like for example,
like
Nicki.
the antics that they're
Yes, antics. So like Nicki on Queen Radio, or always being upset or arguing about some shit, or the whole shit with like Joe Budden or whatever the drama is. It's just like what the that's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And then when the album comes around, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I want to listen to this because you went through all that dumb shit. Now, granted, I don't think that is a good marker, especially as someone who is in this industry, not in the music industry, but as someone who talks about it and has an opinion on things. I have to stop doing that and open myself up more to listen to these things. But that is definitely one reason why. Just knowing myself as to why I'd be like, fuck you, I don't want to listen to this shit anymore because you just irritate the shit out of me.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, I'm sure I'll go and listen to it over time, but it's nothing that I'm rushing to. So
I don't know. I liked it, man.
I downloaded it.
a lot of people had good reviews to say about it. A lot of people felt that Slim Shady was back. A lot of
Slim Shady
people was actually really feeling it. It got a lot of positive reviews.
Yeah, surprise drop too. If I'm an artist, bro.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at
Me either.
all,
But if I'm an artist, bro, I'm dropping my shit on like a Tuesday. I want to drop my shit on a day. Granted, it's a competition thing. It all depends. Like with Cole and Born Sinner and Yeezus. You guys know that story, right?
They dropped on the same day, right?
Yes. And Magna Carta Holy Grail. They all dropped the same week. Like, because, and Cole originally thought about pushing his back to a different day to release Born Sinner, so have its own day. But he thought, I'm just as good as these other guys. Why the fuck not? And of course, it outsold Yeezus. It did great.
Both of them things outsold Yeezus.
Magna Carta Holy Grail.
I feel like Yeezus wasn't met with a lot.
Yeezus was way ahead of his time. If Yeezus would have come out now,
it wasn't that
I
it
fuck with
was.
Yeezus,
I fucked with Yeezus too. It wasn't that it was ahead of his time. It's just it was Kanye being cocky at a huge level that nobody could take.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people kind of
Kanye Unleashed.
Yes, yes, because there was a lot of screaming
and plus, like,
he's
it
a
wasn't.
god.
I'm over here. I'm in your space. My bad. But like, yeah, and plus, it wasn't what he was dropping before. So
No.
they're expecting Kanye, and then it comes out with Yeezus, and it's like, what is this?
But Magna Carta was a really good album. I'm assuming you didn't listen to the project fully.
It was alright. It was
Not
alright.
really.
I like the album.
There's some songs in there I do fuck with.
Yeah.
That's back when I didn't really listen to shit. I barely listened to Born Sinner at the time. I didn't really listen to shit back then.
You know what
I
I
was bad
you know what I
music
liked about Yeezus? I don't know if you guys like the whole rollout when he had like
The projections?
I thought
That shit was raw.
Yeah.
That shit was cold.
Bro,
That shit
Didn't
was
he
cold.
project the New Slave video or whatever?
I think
It wasn't
yeah.
a music. Yeah, it was a music
Yeah,
video.
I
It
think
was,
so.
it was like a head, wasn't it?
It was
Yes,
like a bunch
and
of
it was
different monuments
like
and
this
shit. And I was like,
weird
yo,
It
that
creeped
ain't
you out,
moving
didn't it?
fucking
A little bit.
cool.
I know you.
A little
It creeped you
bit.
out. I thought that shit was cold
It
though.
was cool as fuck, man. That's one thing about Kanye, bro. Like he's always just trying new shit. Like
Very
he doesn't give a
innovative.
fuck. That's one thing where I feel like no matter what you say about Kanye, you could definitely, especially nowadays, you could say what you want. But I feel like when it comes to just like doing what you feel is dope and not really
Giving a fuck.
caring about what people have to say, and taking other people's opinions as to why you should or should not be doing something. It's like, fuck it, I'm going to do it, because most of the time people are probably going to fuck with it, because a lot of people fuck with what Kanye is doing, even though there's a lot of backlash with how he's going about doing it or, the directions he's taking with his albums. Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
You just got to trust your dopeness at the end of the day.
Hell yeah. You got to.
And he does that. Even if it's fake, even if you're terrified, you know what I'm saying? Actually, this has nothing to do with music because it's about basketball now. I guess he did drop an album. But Shaq recently was on NBA TV and all that shit, and he was talking about how he was saying he was terrified of playing against Michael Jordan
he's gonna
and
dunk
Charles
on him.
Barkley, and even though you would never see that on the court, you just like you seeing Shaq. He's 7'2", he's huge. Like how can he be scared of anybody? But like deep down, like he's like fuck, like I'm scared right now, But you would never know. You know what I'm saying? I feel that sometimes you just gotta, even if you could be shaking in your boots, you know what I'm saying, but lock your knees up or something because you gotta
have a good poker face.
Exactly, and that's one thing with Kanye, bro. He's just
even if it's not a hit, it could be a miss, but he still did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everything is gonna be amazing. You feel me? But if you try, if you don't try, you never know.
Right.
You never know.
Like that. What's the song called? Pick yourself up. Pick yourself up on the beat. What's that song called?
I don't know.
Poopity scoop. Scoop.
Yo,
that shit was
cool,
funny.
Like,
the beat was hard.
Like, I got it. I was down in my head to it. I was like,
But what he was saying, he just did it just to do that.
Yeah, just a troll type shit. But speaking of Kanye music, did you guys listen to that Sunday Service album?
No.
I listened to a few tracks off it.
I listened to it once, and I'm pretty sure I have it on my phone. I haven't not listened to it since.
You know, my favorite remix though is that So Anxious one that they did at that church.
Oh yeah.
That shit was fire. Like, the music itself from the Sunday Service choir sounds good.
Yeah.
It's everything else behind it with him.
Exactly.
But it really shows the fact that he's just really like, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to do me.
That's real. I mean, I feel like a lot of people just kind of feel like it's a super ungenuine place.
Yeah.
Coming from, because it was never that, and now it's all Jesus and the Lord, which is fine, bro. If that's the route you're taking, that's cool. But it's just kind of like,
it's just for me. I can't I'm all for him going through his spiritual journey and shit. But literally right before the Jesus is King album, like maybe when he was doing those albums back to back to back, he had hosted the Porn Awards. He did a song for the Porn Awards. Like he
married Kim Kardashian.
Come on now, so and now you just.
If I fuck this model and she done
bleached
her asshole.
I just feel like he's a walking contradiction. And
Yeah.
then he's profiting off the Lord, too. So
Everybody profits off
You
the
wouldn't be
Lord.
the first person to do it.
It wouldn't be. Not saying it's good.
No.
Not.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people do that. I mean, even people on Twitter, man. Retweet if you believe in God. Like,
Ugh, I hate that shit.
It used to get me too. I used to get so paranoid. I used to be.
Me too. When I was younger, I'd be paranoid. But then when I got
I
older,
love my mom.
I'm like,
I don't be
fuck that
retweeting
shit.
nothing, bro. I'm
Me
like,
neither.
Mom, is your back okay?
Is your back? Like, that shit is like lame. You know what I'm saying?
It is. Y'all just doing this so y'all can get a
Literally just
retweet or a like.
What? All right, so I don't get a lot of. I don't even be on Twitter like that. I don't be posting at least. So like, is there if you get a lot of retweets, does it like boost some shit up? Or, like,
When I was getting a lot of retweets when I was posting on Twitter more for us, like it. I mean, I got the opinions you get were mixed because that's whatever. But like for me, you have to get to a certain amount of retweets, and it gives you option to mute the tweet. Like
Yeah, now it does.
when my biggest thing my biggest tweet has nothing to do with the show, which is kind of fucked up. I shared my vinyl collection, and bro, like that was the closest thing to viral I got. I got like 700 likes, a couple hundred retweets, and that's the time where I really was looking for that exposure, primarily for the show. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck yeah, like this is going great, yada yada yada. But there was nothing really like hanging on or really that just made me feel so great and so amazing. That I mean, it was great to see people fuck with it. My phone was going off for like a week straight. It's great to see people fuck with it. I love that. But how great is it now that what the fuck does it do for me now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some people just really want those retweets and probably just get satisfaction off of knowing that people are but like it's different if like your vinyl collection, like you put some time into getting those vinyls, spent money on that shit, or if if it's whether it's an art piece you made or music you made, whatever the case is, and you get hella retweets, that's one thing because it's like, all right, I bet people are fucking with it. But when it's retweet if you believe in Jesus or if Jesus has never failed you, this and that, it's like, yo, like.
It seems
That's
disingenuous.
lame,
yeah, it's
like,
disingenuous. You're preying on people's. You're preying on young people, and you're.
That's
preying,
like when they were selling tickets to heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Like, yeah, it's like
The ones
what?
that piss me off the most is like this post. This guy had cancer.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm like, what the?
Why
fuck?
are you using this person?
Right.
Who probably
Like,
did, but like, why? Because I mean,
probably don't
because
even have
and I know that's dark as fuck, but who would do that to somebody living?
Thank you.
True.
That's why I said that person's probably dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like the ones I hate the most, like, hey, I just got pulled over by a cop. Retweeter, this shit gonna happen to you. Like at first, I thought that shit was dying and going away for a while. That shit back.
It never left.
I thought that
It
shit
never
went
left.
away.
It never fucking left.
But like for me, interaction on social media, it all depends on what I put out.
Oh,
Because and the reason why I'm in radio podcasting again is just the fact to communicate and to share. And just to share thoughts and talk. That's the reason why I'm doing what I do. So when I get when I put out meaningful content, like when I post this clip, when I put out this meaningful content, people like it and share it and give their opinions. That's what I get my high off of.
Yeah.
Talking to people, interacting with people. That's what I get my high
Well, that's
off of.
different, because
It's wholesome and it's organic and it's
you're not just using the Lord's name for some retweets.
for some
and shit.
fucking fuckery. Yeah, no.
That's like recording yourself giving a homeless person $1.
I don't like that shit, bro.
Which is lame as fuck.
I don't like that shit, and I get it. Why? I mean, I think some bigger entities like they have their own charities and LLCs and different like 501c3s and all the other good shit. So maybe because of that, they have to post it or they document it because for like legal reasons. Or sometimes they do the press release just because, and it's outside of their control.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, and you know, depending on who's doing it, like if you donate to charity or you help the less more less unfortunate misfortune. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
anyway,
sir.
if you do that and then you post it one time just to kind of bring awareness to it, that's one thing. But if you do it one time and then you're like, hey, yo, record me giving this homeless man $1, giving him like the rest of my sandwich, and then he posts it on Snapchat just so you can have people say how good you are. And it's like, yo, like that literally defeats the whole purpose. You're only doing that to get likes, retweets, to come across a certain way. You're not doing it out of the kindness of your heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's in a way that's still selfish. It's just as selfish as walking off with $1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's just lame, bro.
In terms of giving and helping others, y'all know me, man. If I got it and I know I don't do.
We know.
Yeah.
That's just me personally, though, man. I love sharing. I love giving back to the people. One thing I'm learning though is to not let people take advantage of you, and to just be mindful of your own safety.
Yeah.
The biggest thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's just really fucked up. I have this vision in my head that I'm helping out some old lady one day, like carry something in her car or some shit. I'm cutting over a grocery store. She like shanks me, or like, or
right,
or
fucking help,
or like some fucking like grandson comes out of nowhere and like shoots my ass or some shit.
Because why you touching my granny?
Like, or it's just like say she's walking to her car, 10 big ass bags of groceries. Miss, you need help? Yes, baby. Okay. I'm just lifting it in there and I'm talking and all of a sudden, kind of nowhere. Bow, bow. I get shot like twice. I'm
by
just
her grandson?
By her grandson or some shit. It was a setup.
But
So
if she was with her grandson, a setup to just shoot you?
Right. Anybody. So they just trying to kill people, basically.
That's
they
it.
out here
That's
on some
all.
serious
Robbing
bullshit.
Because I was going to say, if a granny is with her grandson,
The grandson go help.
And she not even carrying a bag. Like,
that's real.
It's real.
They could push that shit in the car.
But well, if I saw her grandson, then I wouldn't have helped.
you're right.
But
why would they not just rob you? Why would they just kill you?
they shot me, then robbed me.
I guess.
I think they would have to rob you first and then shoot you.
Nah, I feel like they shoot me, go in my pockets, grab my wallet, and
Nah, because if it's a gun in your head, you're going to give them what's in your pocket.
Yeah. They don't gotta kill you.
But you never know how people get down.
That's true, but then that's just more time on the sentence.
Yeah.
Why not just, if you get caught, all right, yeah, I robbed you. But you
then it'd just
murdered
be,
and you robbed
Yeah,
him.
because then it'd be the attempted murder at that point.
It would be murder. It wouldn't be attempted. You'd be dead.
Oh, yeah, if I was dead.
Unless you lived.
Unless I lived.
Some people be living through that shit, like bullets to the head.
A guy in Zion
King
got
Louis
shot.
got shot in the head and lived.
Yeah,
I think
Lil
they
Reese
raised-
got
I
shot
think
in the
they got
neck.
Yeah,
Lil Reese got his shit clapped, and he has a big. And that guy had a big ass gun.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. Sometimes this. Crazy.
I'm just glad. I hope for safety and everybody. None of that is
Of
funny,
course,
but
of
I'm
course.
I'm so glad I'm not a part of that life
Yeah, man.
in any way, shape, or form, bro.
Just a weird suburban nigga.
That's literally what it's. Do y'all like that name, or do y'all not really care?
You know, the girls saw my phone, and they was like, y'all, why is Vontrell in a group chat called Weird Suburban Niggas? So my cousin went and named our group chat, Weird Suburban Bitches.
Trend.
I was like, oh my God.
Trend. Am I wrong?
I don't think I'm that weird, bro, but I guess so. Do you think I'm weird?
I know I'm weird.
I know I'm weird.
I don't think I might be weird. I don't know.
You a little weird.
I'm in it.
We all
I'm
weird.
in the group chat, so I guess I am weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you like a low-key weird, though. Like, you one of those, I got to get to know you to find out you weird.
Probably.
You got some like I said, you're very straightforward ABC. You almost have the mind of an old man, but a young man at the same time.
Because you can be so black and white sometimes. But I appreciate it, though.
I
when
do,
he
too.
Be going off the rails,
Yeah.
might be like, man, I got to shit on him. You beat me to it.
Yeah,
Every
bro.
time.
And he don't give a
beat me to
fuck.
it. He don't.
I'm a big shitter, bro.
Shit, let me just emphasize. I'm going to just emphasize it.
That's literally the technique. Yo, let's do X, Y, and Z, ABC. Wait, maybe 20 minutes. This is the thing with the group chat. It's either I get an immediate response or no response.
Bro,
That's
sometimes
literally
okay, I'm gonna be real with you, cause like you be putting sometimes you'll put some shit in the group chat, and I'm like, do I really want to get into this right now? You know what I'm saying? Because if I respond, then it's a commitment to a conversation or an argument or whatever the case is.
And who knows how long the conversation is going to be.
That makes it like talking to me is a sport.
It's not.
It's not.
We don't want you to feel like that.
Because sometimes I can't focus. Like, I'll be at the gym and I'm like, all right, I could either answer this and then sit on this bench and just text the whole time, or I could just focus on what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Because sometimes when we get when I start to engage and I'm trying to say something, I don't be responding fast enough. I'll be like, okay, well, let me go back and delete that then because he just said that.
I'll be typing fast enough. I'll be like,
man.
Make sure I get my words in.
Right. There's no ... So you can't just wait. It just blah. And like, I know the way I text. I was talking to this about someone last night. I could have one message and I'll send in 3 different messages.
You do that?
I definitely do that. I send like multiple different text messages in like one, just to say one thing.
Oh, I just send one fat ass.
I need to start sending fat paragraphs.
I send fat paragraphs because I think the multiple text message thing is annoying.
It definitely is, but then sometimes.
As a matter of fact, I take that back. My phone lives on silent, which it shouldn't. That's bad. But
are you one of the people that's always on Do Not Disturb? No.
It's not that my phone is just forever.
Because I hate that shit.
My phone is not on
I
Do
have a
Not
phone
Disturb.
if it's on Do Not Disturb. Like, how am I supposed to contact you?
It's not even how you're supposed to contact them. It's just when you're on Do Not Disturb, none of the messages comes through until you lock the phone.
Yeah, I know.
So
no, I thought you literally have to go in the app.
I just swipe down my control panel and hit the little moon. That's Do Not Disturb.
Oh,
no, he's saying like when to get the messages that get sent to you, you have to open your phone.
Have to
up.
unlock
Like, it's not
it.
your phone's not gonna be. Buzzing.
I thought so. Literally, right? You unlock it, and then once you unlock it, then you have to go in here. So once I lock it, then I get all my notifications. Oh, so they still see it. Okay, so it's definitely fucked them then. Because I thought you had to go and then actually open it up, and then once you open it up, then you'll see it.
One thing I realized.
That's some fuckery.
I realized I can do this on my 7, but I never really got into it. So I like to preview messages because it won't tell you if I read it or not. So
What?
You
didn't know that? Yeah, Kendall taught me that.
Yo, I did not know that.
I gotta get better at doing that.
Yeah.
Because if I leave it highlighted, then I won't.
That's crazy.
Because sometimes
you just did
And you
it.
can mark as red. You
Yeah,
can say, yo,
yeah.
I wish we had the option to unmark as red.
I'm about to be just opening motherfuckers. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna.
You ain't shit.
I wish we had the option to unmark it. That way I can come back to it later.
What do you mean? Like.
So like say like I open yours, but you call me a fat bitch, and then I had it coming, but then I wish like on your email you could like slide to the right and it'll give you the option like mark unread or some shit.
Yeah.
I wish I had that, and I didn't know I had the hide alerts function either.
Yeah.
That's super nice because I was in a situation sitting there, and then me were having a conversation, but then another person was involved, and then that person texted the other person, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm about to get some messages right now. So I hid all alerts from that person because the person across from me saw I was getting messages. It sounds super fucking shady. I promise I'll explain when we get off air.
That does sound mad shady.
I will explain to y'all when we get off air. I promise. I can't say it on air. But like literally, this person was texting, blowing my phone up, and I had on not hide alerts, it'll just blow my phone up, and that person would be like, what the fuck? Yada, yada. It made the situation way worse.
I mean, I will say when people piss me off, I go and hide their alerts.
That's understandable.
Huh?
That's understandable.
Yeah, it's been happening to you a few times.
Oh, I know. I'm sure it happened last night, too.
No, it didn't. I just left you on delivered.
I cut on my read receipts trying to get under his skin one time? Try to leave him on red?
But I like that shit.
You like getting left on red?
Yeah, because I know you read that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I thought I was like, yeah, watch this shit, fucker.
Nah, and just
Red,
because he was trying to
motherfucker.
piss me off, I pissed him off. Yeah, read my shit. Go ahead. Read this message too.
And I was sitting there, I was
And
just
he was
like,
like, fuck.
because I'm getting so bad.
I know.
And I'm sitting
I'm
there.
like, you're not making me mad. You're making yourself mad.
And on top of that, I was trying to like understand, like, I wasn't even reading his messages really. I couldn't tell that he was actually like liking it. I thought I was pissing him off.
Nope.
So you over here like, yeah, man, he's probably mad as fuck.
Fuck this nigga.
Fuck.
Whole time I'm
bitch.
in his messages talking shit.
Yeah.
And after a while, I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck, this shit not working.
No.
I was mad as fuck. I don't know. It seems like iPhone is almost like a culture now.
iPhones are a gated community,
cult.
and I view
Yeah.
I view anybody who got an iPhone. I'd be like, oh well, hey neighbor, because it's just I could track you down.
Blue
Same
messages.
problems.
Like,
Yeah, bro. When I get a green message, I'm like,
Peasant.
green bubble struggle.
yeah. And I shouldn't even because some Androids are kind of cool, but I'm not even gonna
Some
lie. Like,
are,
they're pretty nice,
but
like still, man. Like I like blue. Blue my favorite color, so I like seeing that shit.
I can.
Yeah. Androids are like.
That's
Honestly,
it, right?
though,
That's it right there.
when you're dating someone, do you prefer them to have an iPhone?
FaceTime.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you can't FaceTime me. You can't FaceTime.
They gotta download some
Androids FaceTime each other? Or like
on some third party app.
That's so lame.
I know, because they got everything else but that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they might as well just put that on there. Maybe it's like copywritten or something.
Definitely.
Maybe.
You got
You
to get
able to FaceTime on iPhones or even iPads and shit since the beginning.
Literally.
It's like you literally have to like download some weird third party. That's one thing with Android
Like
and
Tango.
I feel like I'd have mad
or
virus.
Omegle.
I feel like I'd have mad viruses just trying to like get like
The apps.
'cause I had an Android before, way back in the day.
We all started out with
did,
Android.
bro, and
We
I had
did.
to download
I had
random
a,
ass apps for music and shit to get. And I'm like,
I had a HTC Hero,
Oh, I had an HTC before. It wasn't a Hero, but it was a HTC.
I had a HTC too.
and I had a
whatever
what?
it was.
This is an Android, but an LG Neon. That was my very first phone.
I had an LG Rumor Touch.
LG was the shit. We all of our generation literally from LG to HTC to Android, and now everyone has iPhones.
Isn't HTC? I thought HTC was Android.
HTC is Android.
Oh, my fault.
Anything that's not iPhone is an Android.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
It's just LG. It's just a brand name, really. You just because after my LG, I had a Samsung Epic, and then after that, I had a Motorola, and then after the Motorola, I had the HTC.
Motorola.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know, right?
How long ago was that?
Was it a Razor?
No, it was it. It looked.
Oh, you didn't even have the cool Motorola. You had a.
It was
whatever the
just an Android, and it was a big, boxy phone. You know.
That bitch is like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna
literally.
say that shit be like stabbing your thighs, putting that shit in your pocket.
Mm-mm.
I feel like that shit would hurt.
It don't.
I need my
If you-
smooth round.
It don't.
Yeah, he dug that shit into my arm.
You did kind of stab him just
I'm
now.
sorry.
Could you show the camera your weapon, please?
It's not a weapon. It's just,
Hey, if you ever
You
get
could you
stuff
could throw
you
somebody.
literally could-
Pop.
I could.
You could literally fop somebody's shit.
I could. If it came back like a boomerang, I probably would.
Yo, have y'all ever successfully threw a boomerang and caught it?
No.
Me either, bro. I be
That shit looks hard.
This is his fault.
Is it a flick of the wrist? I've seen the videos though. That shit comes
Yeah,
back
that's-
every fucking time.
I mean, I've threw one fine, but catching it or watching it come back, no.
I feel like that's just dangerous because, like, if you don't catch that shit and it hits you in the head,
You're done.
It's coming.
Because boomerangs are heavy, bro.
Yeah, they are.
Boomerangs are heavy as motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were used as weapons before.
Oh, definitely. Remember that game, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger?
Yeah.
That game was fun as shit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That shit. But there was another one, Ty 3. But anyway, what I was saying was, it's just crazy how cell phones were so important to us. Like the things that we valued so much as kids. Now that we're older, we're kind of like whatever about. But if you don't have
everybody had fucking cell phones, and it used to irritate me being in middle school and being the only one who didn't have a fucking cell phone.
Ooh, I was hurt.
Oh my god!
I was hurt. Especially I had me a little girlfriend at the time too. I was hurt.
Especially when motherfuckers is, did you hear about that, bitch? No, you gonna have to tell me.
You didn't see the text?
No.
Can you talk to me? Speak to me, please.
I hated that shit. Like I didn't
Speak to me.
I didn't get my first cell phone until I was a freshman in high school, and it wasn't as soon as high school. It was on my 14th, 15th birthday.
Damn.
I got the cell phone.
Mine was in 8th grade. I remember I only had 200 text messages a pay period.
Same, cause
Or not a pay period, a cycle or whatever. So think like a month.
I had a rumor, and it was it was a net 10.
Oh, yeah. And you know what else?
I hated that shit.
My phone from 8 a.m. until like 3:30 would not work. I'd be in school.
Your parents,
Yeah,
had
your
that thing
parents
on
were
it?
on it,
My
bro.
parents were on that shit. Like, I remember I was talking to this one girl, and she's like, I texted you, check your phone. I'm in class. I can't right now.
Cause you was gonna learn.
I was
Oh,
I was
man.
mad as
Oh,
fuck,
my
bro. I used to be so like I see I text so then when I get out of school, reading, it's like it's past now.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter.
Salty as shit ever, bro.
I used to pride myself on having a low ass like bill because I wouldn't talk to anybody. I would never text people. I had no conversation. I just never. I had a phone, never used that shit.
Man, after a while when it was just me in school, because at one point I was in school with everybody I fucked with, but then at one point it was just me. My phone was really just my
Entertainment.
not entertainment. It was just my MP3 player.
That's real.
That's really
Yes.
what I was
Yeah.
primarily using it for. Because when I had an Android and you could download all the music for free, I still have my little SD memory card. It's thousands of songs on there.
Really?
From when I used to have an Android. Because the last Android I had the Galaxy S5 when I thought I was missing Android. But then I wasn't. I was like,
I don't know if I can come back from an iPhone because when I bought this phone, my parents talking to me like, what are you gonna get? I give them prices and shit, and he really gonna be all that for that phone? I'm like, y'all just don't get it, bro. You can't come back. Like the ease of access, the quality. It sounds like an Apple ad. Apple, feel free to holler at us, but you know, just in terms of ease of access, the way you use it, and just comfort. It's easy. You get comfortable fast with your iPhone.
Honestly, iPhones are really big amongst older people.
Why? Because the font, they make the font so goddamn big. I think it's funny when you look over.
Easier to use than an Android. That's all.
I think it's funny when you look over someone's shoulders, which you really shouldn't be, and they're they're texting and their font is like big as fuck.
Bruh,
That shit is
the thing is, I don't even be trying to look at people's phones when it's like that. I just happen to like see it, and like, it's like the one letter is on the whole screen. I'm like, damn.
I know.
Your eyesight's horrible. Just call him.
My
man.
fault.
Cause call. How big is this font on your phone?
It's regular size.
Yeah,
I mean,
my shit's regular too.
I do got 4 eyes, so I think I'm okay with regular size font.
Damn, I just got 2020.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. All right.
Yo, I was waiting.
We'll beat your ass.
Blind gang.
Right. Come join us. Now, you brought up a good point, and we should have hit this earlier. He asked me a question, and I brought up to you, and I talked to our coworker, right? Shout out to her about Africans not referring us African Americans to ourselves African Americans.
Yeah.
And and I should have wrote it down. I told myself I was going to.
I thought you did. You told me you did.
No. What her response? I got it right here. I put it in the notes that you never enter. But
I did. I entered. I looked for it.
What
I didn't
you
put it in there.
That's what I'm saying.
I was looking for what you said.
But essentially what she said is that it starts out from something way back in the day because they felt that the Africans who stayed in Africa sold out the ones who got on the ship and was brought over here. Mm-hmm. So it's a little like debate that's from way back when about the kind of shit that was being said about each other. And that's really where it started from. So now they look at it. It's the same thing we talked about the other day. After boxing, they feel it as if, you know, we're not really Africans, so you can't really say it because we're not from Africa. Yeah. And that's why I had a conversation with her.
But are we really from America?
I mean, we are because we're raised here.
I mean, but
I ain't gonna lie. You stopped me. I was like,
I mean,
I didn't think about it, but we are
African American. Like I look at it more so like as a classification as to like to like
because when you're filling out a job application, even though I put mixed. People,
because you guys are mixed.
Yeah. People, it doesn't say, it says African American and then in parentheses Black. Yeah. So
that's just pandering and covering all your bases, so no one gets offended and shit.
And I was just because and obviously I have no idea how a lot of African like people from Africa feel about it. It's just something I just read on the internet. And I sent you the link. Mm-hmm. Something I read I thought was interesting. Where he was saying like he doesn't really necessarily consider like Black people from America African Americans because there's really nothing African about them other than like the color of their skin, and even that like. But even
sometimes that's not true.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
like,
sometimes you could have a grandmother from Africa who is completely traditional.
Which
African.
all of us technically have someone in our family who's actually from Africa.
That's what I'm saying. And
Crystal is a white woman.
I was saying like
what?
Crystal is a white woman.
Oh,
my granny.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's Crystal.
Oh, my granny.
It's okay.
She is Miss Bougie.
But I'm saying like I feel like if you had because we were talking I was like if you're like your parents are from Africa and then like in your household there's clearly African culture like you eat food, then that's different from
I feel you're
like us or Devonn for example to where because you're full African
you're full
black
Mm-hmm.
but like for you like there's your parents were born here I'm assuming their parents were born here like you'd have to go back like
Ancestry.com
generations to figure out okay this is when they came over but then at that point like you're so Americanized like how can you really say that you're
African?
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Right. And I use your example. I explained to her is like people who grew up in North Africa versus South Africa. Someone who grew up in South, even though I'm African American, say someone who is white was born in England, because those countries are so close together. It's all one big melting pot. Mm-hmm. Say someone grew up who may be white or may not even be black, grew up in South Africa. Mm-hmm. In my mind, he's more African than me because he grew up there. He grew up in Africa. I may have it in my blood.
He does too, technically.
But
I guess skin color wise and all that stuff.
Okay, but say he's not even African at all. He grew up in South Africa. He has nothing in his blood. I'm gonna assume he is more African than I am because he
grew up in that culture.
Exactly, he grew up in Africa. That's like saying like for example, like a white guy who grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? He's more hood than I will ever be.
Yeah.
Even though the hood and black people, they don't always mix. You know, even though that's a stereotype, the hood and black people. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, there's more white people in the hood than black people.
Facts. It's a big melting pot. But like,
it's just
that white
their
guy.
hood is called the trailer trash. That's their hood.
Yeah, as fucked up as that sounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, that guy's still gonna be more hood than I will ever be because he grew up in the hood.
Exactly.
You know, kind of go back to your point when you said about people who were raised in Africa and they come over or something like that. It just made me think about a movie, Mean Girls. Katie Heron was from Africa. She was from Africa. And when you put it like that, I'm like, well, damn, I guess she was African if we're looking at it like that.
Yeah.
Because she grew up there.
She's African.
Yeah. I have my guy Dash. Like, if you go into his household,
Hendo.
like, it's like the food they eat, you know, like the decor, like
delicious
everything about
food
it, like
too, by the way.
You know, like
oh my God.
when you hear them speak, it's completely it's amazing food. Like
his mom be in there going crazy.
Yeah,
I only
like,
had the food
the difference
once.
between his household and your household is like night and day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, even though we're both black people.
Exactly, but he's from Africa. You know what I'm saying? But like,
I mean, but does anybody really parent the same?
No. Well, I'm sure some people do, but
I mean, like,
he's referring to culture, how they grew up.
Culture-wise, not just how like they're parenting, but like culture-wise, like you can clearly tell the culture, you know, the significance of the African culture there versus your house, where it's, I mean, like that's not really, it's just more Americanized. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you're just, that's just where you grew up. That's where your parents grew up. That's where their grandparents grew up. You know what I'm saying? So like the only it's more so of a classification over who you are and what you represent. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like.
Facts.
I mean, there's like, you know, and they were bringing up like the whole when Black Panther came out and everyone was wearing clothes, which was cool, you know, and he was like, you know, that's fine if you wear this stuff, but like to claim that that's your people and this and that and that's your culture is like, is it really though? You know what I'm saying?
I got dressed to go see Black Panther, but I wasn't in like
the dashikis and shit.
Nah, I just wore a boatload of gold.
I mean, yeah, but even if you're wearing like the dashiki, it's like, I mean, that's just like you're just wearing the clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I don't think that's not really an issue. You feel me? And
that's the same thing with white people wearing hair. White people who wear like braids or dreads. I didn't mean to cut you off, but people get so caught up in that shit. Continue.
Well, I was just saying, it's just like, you know, when you're claiming, you know, like that's you and that's your culture. This is not like it's not though, because when you go home, you're still eating a burger and fries or pizza. You know what I'm saying? You're not eating. I'm sure they have that shit over there too. You feel me? But like that's not like the traditional.
For the most part, they eat off the land.
Exactly, or you know, just traditional African food and stuff like that. Like you're not doing that. You're not listening to the music. You're not. That's just not you. You feel me? But then you're claiming that because of what, you know. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Because I feel like if we go somewhere else, if we go to over to Europe, like, and they hear us talking and they're clearly gonna know that we're from America. They're not gonna say, oh, that's an African American. They're just gonna say that's American. He's from America.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like. That it's only here, I feel like, where that classification is like African American, Hispanic American, or Mexican American, and you know, Canadian American or fucking French American. Doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like I feel like people are like hanging on to that, you know. And I guess, you know, it's, you can make the argument, it's like, well, you know, we were brought over there, so now we got to do whatever we can to get back to that place. But it's like learning about the history and the culture and like where you came from is one thing, but like claiming that that's you is like, but if the last person is so far. It's the last person that came over was from the slave trade. Unfortunately, you know, like that was hundreds of years ago. Like,
right.
That's you. That your connection there is it's just not there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not that you can't like learn about your history and you know and appreciate where you did come from or where your family did come from. But but you're American. You're an American. You know what I'm saying? Like just like I'm an American. Just like you're an American. Just like homie down the street's an American. You feel me? Like that's just our culture. That's what we grew up on. That's what we've been fucking surrounded with our whole life. As much as people don't want to, I feel like now people don't want to admit that. Like, yeah, that's what you are, bro. Everyone's American.
Yeah. Regardless of your race. But at the end of the day, everybody got a white skeleton.
That's real.
So,
yeah. That's real. You were like, what?
Yeah. I was like,
confused for a minute.
I said that's real, then I was gonna say facts, and I was saying fear.
That's fear, man.
That's fear, my nigga.
That's fear, my soul,
bro. Some fear in these niggas' hearts.
But all right. But at the end of the day, everyone's pink inside, bro. You know.
Facts.
Wait, before you end it was something I wanted to ask y'all.
Shoot.
So Odell Beckham was at his old school.
That fuckery.
Slapped
they're petty. The charges have been dropped.
Okay.
But they're petty as fuck for trying to charge him that.
But you don't think he went too far?
No. It's a sports.
Bro. Okay, like.
If it was
the charges were stupid. I mean, it's like
the charge was dumb as fuck.
It was at the end of the day, it's a police officer. You know what I'm saying? Like
you can't just. If I went up and slapped that police officer on their ass, and he's gonna be like, bro, what the fuck, like.
If you walk up and slap anybody on the ass.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Especially, and you know you're not supposed to.
I'm playing.
But I mean, like, I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes like celebrities get in trouble with the law, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's not that serious." But it's like, yo, if any normal person did that, they'd be getting in trouble. Just because a celebrity doesn't mean that they're above the law.
Yeah, but he was facing like what 6 months in prison for that.
Was he? I don't know the sentence.
Bro, it was legit. Like he had a warrant.
Yeah.
I think it was just because
it was battery assault
was.
to a cop.
Okay,
That's what the charge.
It probably was more so to make a point than anything.
I think it was because they were coming at him the whole time anyway. Because remember he was passing out money.
He was, and then
that scared the shit out of me because I was like, NCAA rules and shit. Like, but they're all about to go pro. Yeah. And then they said it was fake money. But then the quarterback said it wasn't fake money. But you notice that whole thing got swept under the rug.
Yeah. I mean, and then he was smoking cigars in the.
They all were. People seem to forget, even though these are college kids, these are grown-ass men.
He's 22 years old. He's 23 years old. But I think that issue was, like, you can't smoke in the locker room.
That's why I said that,
Because he wasn't smoking in the locker room. He was, I don't know where the fuck he smoked. Probably some hallway somewhere. But they were in the locker. I have no idea what
he wasn't supposed to be smoking in the building.
But they were?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, it's a bunch of stupid shit. They should have just let them.
Just let it slide.
They won. It was a good game.
Yeah.
Right, and just let it be. Like, and to what you were saying before we wrap up, because I know you got to go to boxing. Contact.
I don't think I'm gonna go today.
Oh.
Just hit the gym instead.
Okay. What? Well, never mind then. Context. If you're walking down the street and you randomly slap some guy in the butt, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah. But if everyone's slapping ass, you're at an athletic event, you're in a locker room where it's sports and known for smacking each other on the ass. Why you got that smile on your face? We talk about smacking asses.
But I'm saying, like, it'd be different if he's smacking the coach on the ass. Okay, cool. But he's smacking a police officer who has nothing to do with the game.
Facts. Yeah.
He's just trying to do his job.
True, but
honestly, I
feel
like
Odell
the police was on there. He was in that room just to be on bullshit.
Right. So. Why are you being security inside of there? What the fuck went on? They can police themselves.
Everybody who was there is supposed to be there. So
it was.
But no, I was smiling because y'all watch Key and Peele.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, slap ass.
Yeah, slap ass.
No, yeah, but it was a pretty stupid charge, but
yeah,
I mean, but if anybody else did that shit, like, they'd be getting in trouble too. You know?
That's all. I just wanted to hear y'all opinion.
Yeah, I thought it was some. I thought it wasn't necessary. Did Odell have to do that? No, at all. He didn't have to do that at all.
No.
He was definitely off it though. Whether he was drunk, I don't want to say the man was high. He was probably just drunk, but he was off it. He was lit. But I'd be lit too if my alma mater got a national championship.
I don't expect any of them to be, you know, like, I mean, another thing, like, I feel like a lot of people expect, like, these celebrities, like, if they're not, they have to be angels, and if they're not angels, then they're like horrible people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
even though celebrities are still people,
they
still fuck up like us.
Exactly. So it's like, bro, like, I mean, he probably was drinking on some shit. Maybe he was on some shit. I have no idea. I'm not gonna say he was, but I'm pretty sure he was drinking. I'm pretty sure everybody was. You feel me? Like, he was just having a good ass time. And I mean, it was probably lit as fuck in that locker room.
Lit as shit.
He probably just did it, not really thinking about he just did it just to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then it just happened to be a police officer. You know, and the police officer just took it way too far. You know, like, he could have been like, yo, like, don't do that shit.
The police officer took it too far, or Odell took it too far?
The cop.
I feel like Odell definitely didn't have to slap his ass.
He didn't have to slap his ass,
but the cop also didn't have to put a warrant. He could have just been like,
you put a warrant. You put a warrant out for this man's arrest, bro.
Oh, wow.
All right, just like, yeah, that's like
hot. He was mad as hell.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like, you know, other people probably would have just, like, I mean, maybe like a normal person, I don't think they would have got arrested for that, you know, unless maybe if the cop was on bullshit that day.
He never got arrested because I think by then he was gone, but.
Yeah, I mean, they're not catching him.
If it's a local warrant, why would I come back?
Yeah, for real.
Cut it out.
I didn't say.
You looked at me like I got a warrant.
Damn, bro. All I did was go,
It was just a shady face. I didn't like the face.
This is the face.
You were agreeing with him.
I was agreeing with him.
Oh.
Trying to start
suspect ass. Look at that.
So do you have a warrant out for somebody?
Look, I've lived, okay?
You're funny as shit. But yeah, I thought the charges were super duper petty. Did me and you talk about? Did we all three of us talk about cheating? Like cheating in sports? Did we cover that with everything going on in baseball right now?
You talked about that with our manager. You talked to me about that.
Yeah, which is really surprising. But, surprised, but it wasn't. But we don't cover it. We haven't talked about it on here yet, have we? How do you feel about cheating in sports?
Well, shit like that is what they were
that
doing
shit is crazy.
That was bullshit. You know,
yeah.
I think they should have their title stripped away. I mean,
everybody feels like that.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
You cheated during the World Series, and like you clearly that gave you an advantage.
Cheated the whole season.
It wasn't even the World Series. The season. And they weren't the only team. They weren't the only team doing it. You know what I'm saying? But they won off of that. I mean, granted, it still takes skill to get to where they were at. You know, and still hit the ball that's coming at you. But just having that advantage of knowing what pitch is coming is such an advantage over the whole team, because like
it's not fair.
You know, okay, I'm not gonna swing. Okay, I'm gonna swing. I know his fastballs come at at this height, so I'm gonna do this. But you know what I'm saying? Like they do the research before. Like professional athletes watch tape, you know what I'm saying? So they know a pitch is coming. They have an idea of where it's gonna be at, when to swing, all that shit. So that makes everything so much easier. So yeah, I think they should have their shit stripped. That's grimy.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
fuck.
Some of the players I feel like should be suspended for at least like a year, but like especially the ones that knew about it, which are all gonna be like, well, I had no idea. No, bro. Like
maybe the ones on the bench didn't.
Maybe.
Nah,
I don't know, bro.
They all knew, bro. Because think about it. My bad. Everybody up there goes. So did you read into the system, how the system worked when they would do it? So what happened is, right? You know how I saw. I need to get a second battery for that. Can someone put that in the group chat so I can do that shit later today?
Yeah.
To get it to pick up. I need to pick up a second battery for that.
Gotcha.
But essentially, the way it happened is, right. So you watched the baseball game on TV before, right? You know how the catcher would give
I
us
went to a baseball game.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
You wasn't expecting that.
No, I was not.
So, honestly, though, thank you for doing your due diligence on this in sports. I thought you were going to be like, whatever, I'll let them handle it. But thank you for doing your due diligence on this. I'm proud of him. Anyway, what I was saying was, literally, right, you know how the catcher will give his hand sign to throw whatever, right? What the Astros did was, at their home field, they planted a camera against the home field wall all the way in the back, which is a strong-ass camera for one, because to zoom in from all the way out there to see the hand signs,
Bro,
holy
motherfuckers
fucking
that zoom in on
shit.
the moon and shit. But cameras are so strong nowadays. Bro.
It's fucking crazy. So they literally had the guy zoom in from all the way there so he could see the hand signs and then see the pitch that's coming. So because they would do that, right, when they play that team again, what happened is, right, they'd see the hand signs, and I guess the second baseman would give a sign. That's the only person that logically can see it would be the second baseman. Oh, no, a live feed over the camera, wasn't it? I think it was a live feed.
From my understanding, it was like a live feed or something like that, and then there'd be like a boom.
Yes.
I don't know what they were hitting.
A garbage can. They take
a garbage can?
Yeah, they take a bat and they hit the garbage can a certain amount of times.
Yes.
I think two hits was a yes, one hit was a no for a don't swing.
Some shit like that, yeah. So and you could hear it. You'd
Loud.
hear it live during the games. It'd be like boom.
And
boom,
what the
boom.
fuck is that? And it's a busy sports stadium. No one's gonna give a fuck to really. But they were literally smack.
Could have been somebody stomping.
Correct,
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
But now think about it, that shit was loud.
Loud as fuck. But I mean, I'm sure when you think you just
So
not
all of
thinking
y'all
about
was
it
watching
at
this,
the time.
and
Literally, the millions and billions of people watch this, and nobody.
I'm sure some people caught on to it, but
it was a theory,
yeah,
and now it's actually
Yes, so it's like, what the fuck?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You never win when you're dirty.
Never, because now across because those two got banned for a year, which I think that shit's been banned for longer. Because I'm not a big fan of cheating in sports. I don't like that.
But are
shit.
you even a baseball fan? Like, are y'all?
I'm a fan of baseball. I don't follow like that. I'm a fan, but I just don't. I don't like. I don't tolerate cheating in sports because it's not fair. Like when the Patriots the whole Deflategate thing. If I was Roger Goodell, I don't fuck with Roger Goodell either. I would have made them play the whole game over.
You made them play the whole game over.
Play the whole game over.
Because it's
in
easier to
Indianapolis.
grip a deflated ball.
Yes, they cheated. Yeah, and they say everyone cheats a little bit. Yada yada yada. I don't know that. I can only go.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying to win or some shit.
Which
like
is
that.
bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you think about it. How many of these professional teams or futures outcomes could have been changed because they literally made a decision in a moment to not cheat.
There's a lot of players that got affected from this baseball thing because they got moved down to the minor leagues and stuff like that because they weren't performing. Apparently, because the Astros were just teeing off on them and shit like that. So there's a lot of people that were affected. A lot of careers that were affected. It wasn't just a couple wins. Like some people's lives were
Livelihoods.
altered.
Yeah,
So
they need to be stripped of their
I'd be
title.
fucking pissed.
They need to be banned from baseball.
Either
Because
that or a rematch.
I
No,
know
that's
it's 2 years ago, right?
7 game. That's a 7-game series. As long as
Oh.
Yeah. Now football is different. Football that's just one game.
Yeah.
But if I was Roger Goodell, I'd be like, look, you motherfuckers, we're gonna run that shit back, and we're going to Indianapolis because they were in New England the first time. They were in New England's home field. We're gonna run it back, and then I push Super Bowl. Well, maybe not because you got to push Super Bowl back.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
What,
with
I don't
each
know what I
team,
would have done with that.
they each use their own football.
No,
I don't
There's
know.
like-
I think
no,
they're provided by
they
the
have-
league.
yeah,
Definitely not
they
anymore after that shit. Definitely not anymore. But yeah, it's just I would have definitely made them redo the whole game over. But I don't have a high pension tolerance for cheating at all. I don't like that shit because you got someone who's someone like say Pierce is a professional athlete. I know he's been busting his ass. He's been going crazy. That's our friend. Like he's been putting his whole life towards going to the league, going to the pros. And then just to know that his entire future was snapped because somebody else put a couple $100 down on somebody else or some motherfuckery, bro. Like,
Bro,
that
there's
makes me
hella
wanna
cheating
beat the
going on
shit out of
in all
somebody.
types of sports, bro. I remember like the NBA, they were the referees were fixing games and betting on games.
yes,
and shit.
like the Sacramento Kings in L.A. in
Yeah,
01 or
they
in
fucked-
2000.
They fucked them over, man.
Because the Kings were beating that ass.
Crazy.
That shit is crazy,
shit, bro. But yeah, people's lives get fucked up over that just because a couple people are trying to win money. But money rules the world, bro.
Yep, it's the root of all evil.
Yeah, man.
That shit is sad, bro.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it. And now you got a bunch of other people quitting. I think we're gonna see a huge shakeup in terms of rules and whatnot because
Yeah, I'm interested. to see
now you
that.
got. I think was it the Mets manager that resigned or got
Mets
fired
fans-
over this shit?
No, he resigned. A lot of people that were on that team resigned and shit like that from
Because they all knew.
Yeah, and plus it just looks bad, you know. Even if like they had I had no idea, which is probably bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It looks
Big
bad,
bullshit.
you know, because now it's like, okay, well,
I just feel
is my
bad for the
team gonna
people
be-
who actually did not have no idea. Because I'm sure it's a handful of people who did not know.
Yeah, and then probably
Yeah,
like,
and you got dragged into the shit.
Yeah.
like the bad
You're just
boys
caught in
and
the
shit.
crossfire.
Yeah, it's super fucked up. What do you think the MLB should do from this point?
The MLB.
Yeah, or like if you were in charge of whatever sport, you're the commissioner or whatever, you find out a team is cheating. What do you
I'd
think should be
strip-
done?
If they won a championship, I'd strip them from the
I'd
championship.
strip them as well.
For sure. I mean, I feel like that's
I
just
mean,
a logical.
And
Yeah.
ban them for life.
I don't know if I'd ban them for life. There'd be consequences, not just for managers and shit, but for players, bro. Like a lot of the players, probably it's definitely the star players on the team would be like, yo, like clearly you guys knew about that shit. Like, no, banned for at least a year, 2 years, bro. Something.
I know there's one guy who's in jail for cheating in baseball. He hacked into a system and switched people between the minors and the lowers onto that motherfucker. He's been in jail for like the past 10 years. He's in jail.
Damn.
For the shit. Yeah.
Oh, they need to release him.
I don't know.
I mean, if all these people just got caught cheating,
And they're
be
not in
demanding
jail?
to get-
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
I'd
you
be
right, yeah.
demanding to get
That's real.
released.
That's real.
You got me fucked up. I'm sitting in jail when all these people like,
Damn.
nah.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Get an appeal.
What?
An appeal?
Oh, an appeal. I
Yeah.
thought they said get a pill. I'm
I
like,
thought
what
you
the
said kitten and peel.
No,
Oh,
get an appeal.
kid.
Get an
Yeah.
appeal.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. A lot of these teams, and I'm sure there's cheating across all kinds of sports, but at the same time, like,
yeah, when
Oh, yeah.
people take steroids, drug enhancement.
that's what I was going
That-
to.
and you know what? I guarantee the top athletes in every sport probably take some type of performance enhancing drug.
I would hope not. I'd pray not.
I mean,
mean, yeah.
like, 'cause you
well,
got-
it's not
bro,
illegal sports enhancing drugs
You
because
got-
there's a list.
Yeah. I mean, there probably is some legal ones, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta think like when you're performing at that level, if you want to stay at that level, you know, like, yeah, you could, you know, work out every day and recover and shit like that, but like there's only so much you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at like this is baseball again, but like Barry Bonds and shit, like he never got caught for steroids, but if you look at like his progression throughout the years, how much more mass he put on as he was getting older, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't do that, you know what I'm saying? Like your body, there's no way your body's just naturally like that.
It's like that weird ass show you was watching in Atlanta. It just popped in my head with the guy who was like, they were all fucked up superheroes.
Oh, The Boys.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch that.
Yo, that show was
I
good,
hear
There
bro.
was some
good as
crazy
fuck.
shit going on. in
It's
there.
wild.
Like,
It's
some
good
real
as
crazy.
fuck.
It's
shit.
wild as fuck.
Like,
Oh, and I'm not 100% sure if Barry Bonds didn't get caught, but I'm pretty sure he didn't get caught for steroids.
He's in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
So he definitely didn't get caught then.
I think there might be an asterisk to on his
On his,
home run.
but if it
home
was to
runs.
come out now, would y'all expect them to take them out the Hall of Fame?
yes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they have to because there's
You have
there's
to.
other players that took steroids that I don't think are in the Hall of Fame.
Pete Rose is like, I guess what Pete Rose did wasn't even that bad, but that
but he was
motherfucker's
betting
out.
on he was betting on games and he was playing in them and shit like that. So that's
Wasn't he betting on his own team though?
probably, but I still have no idea. But even I mean, when you're bet like I know the 1918, that was the longest fucking time ago. 1918 White Sox, or
1918.
Black Sox, I think it was one of them. But it was,
Goddamn.
they threw the World Series, and like I think a bunch of players got banned for life because of it.
Yeah, our manager was talking about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I mean, if you think about it, like then these players should be getting banned for life too because you're cheating.
Keep the
You know what I'm
same energy.
Real shit.
So, but I know sometimes it happens. For example, it happens on accident. John Collins and DeAndre Ayton. Do you know who they are? You know they are, right? So, what happened was these two young dudes, and to me, it just doesn't make sense. They're both in their second or third years in the league, in the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
They both get banned 25 games for performance-enhancing substances. I personally think that it was an accident because if you're 20-something years old and you're big and in shape like those dudes, why would you even be doing performance-enhancing drugs? You don't need them.
How do you accidentally take a performance?
That was going to be my question.
Unless someone gives it to you and doesn't say.
Like they put it in the protein shake?
Correct. And on top of that, the list does change, and it gets updated. So that's something that you didn't know was on the list. It was an accident. I just have
if you're a professional athlete, you should know what's on the list and what's not.
You should.
I didn't know. How am I supposed to know that?
You should, but I feel like it just slipped in between the cracks. I just can't imagine someone in their prime of their bodies, in mid-20s, in great shape like these dudes are, doing steroids.
I mean, everyone's in great shape when you're a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying?
That's your job.
True.
If that was the case, then no one should be taking steroids.
No one should be.
But sometimes, I mean, you got to think about how competitive it is, bro. Like, for some people, well, I'm in the league, so that's good enough. But some people want more. You know what I'm saying? Some people want that extra, just to be able to have that extra step. Damn, bro, you straight.
Since my glasses sit on my ears, it hurts.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm massaging my ears.
He don't know the struggle.
He don't. Talking all that shit.
Yeah.
But then also, it pulled on a strand of my hair, too.
Still bald
but,
head.
Damn.
Go ahead, Pierce.
Anyway, I feel like, if you were in that environment and it's hyper competitive all the way through, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna do whatever you can to kind of get that edge on the rival team, whoever you're playing. So I mean, sometimes you're like, fuck it, I'm about to take this or take that, and I'm sure some of them aren't even as bad as, like, some aren't like mad steroids where you're putting on hella muscle. Like, I'm sure some just help you recover faster. Some just help your muscles not be as sore the next day. But I mean, still, you're gonna do whatever you can do to kind of get that
edge or whatever you need. Yeah.
You feel me? And and we can all sit here and talk shit about them, but we're not in that life.
No.
We're not,
That's real.
And I'm pretty sure even when they're looking like they're 100%, they're probably exhausted.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you've seen Kobe on the sidelines, all boom with taped up with the ice everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure. I don't know about Kobe. But I'm sure like some people are like, I don't want to have to be like that the whole time. Like, but if I could take this,
to recover faster,
a little bit better. Like, I'm gonna do it. So I mean, it
varies.
Exactly, bro. So I can't really shit on these people for doing it because I kind of understand, especially when that's your livelihood. For us, we're just playing for fun. Like, we got our angles. Like, all right, I'm just gonna sit out for a couple weeks. Like, for them, like that's bread. That's bread. That's games they're missing that they could possibly help win. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's incentives for, there's plenty of players that have, like, well, if you make the All-Star team, you get extra $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck, like, okay, so I gotta make the second team, second all team, first team all defense, whatever the case is, so I can get this extra money. So, but if I'm hurting over here, like, I can't just sit out. You feel me? Like, I gotta keep going. That's money. That's they're not getting. So I get it, man. I do get it. It sucks to say that, like, oh man, no, you guys shouldn't be doing that. But again, like, I'm sure a lot of the players that we're looking up to and doing the crazy ass highlights, whether that's a catch or dunking over someone or hitting home runs, like, that shit might not have been possible without it. So those are memories that we cherish just from watching it with our friends or our family, dads, whatever the case is and shit. Like, would you rather them not have that? Would you rather them not take that so you never had that experience? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, sports is entertainment for us.
Yep.
You feel me? So, like,
it takes sometimes entertainment fucks with integrity though.
I mean, would you rather have? Would you rather have to see a nice ass fundamental game of basketball, or you want to see some oops and someone slam? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could sit here and say, I want to see the fundamentals. Like, do you really want to see the fundamentals?
Yeah, bro.
Like,
I love me some basketball.
I'm saying, bro, like, it wouldn't be the same game if everyone's just doing nice little bounce passes.
Because
nice
then,
little layups
and that's why people say they don't fuck with the WNBA because it's not fun to watch.
Wow, but they're doing the exact same thing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So it's like, and I'm not shitting on the WNBA.
I'm not at all. I'm not at all. I'm just saying this is what people say. I'm not shitting on WNBA.
You get me though, right?
Yeah.
Do you watch the WNBA like you watch the NBA?
No.
Why is it boring?
Because they're not. Because if you watch them, I mean, like, I don't know, man.
They're
I don't want to
literally
sit there
doing
and
the
say,
exact. I just want to know why is it boring? Because they're playing the same game.
It's played at a slower pace, and
it's
not rough enough.
No, I mean, because all right.
I know, right? I'm trying not to.
when you got the NBA, so like you got like players, like, things like Michael Jordan, like just yamming on niggas like nuts in the face, just it's crazy. Alley oops, this is the craziest shit you see going on. Dunks from the free throw line. You got Zion Williamson coming back. He's doing 360 through the
can't
legs.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying?
Ja
Morant. That's not happening over there. You know what I'm saying? But they're playing great basketball, and they would
beat anybody that's talking shit. Like I'm not saying they're not
because
good at basketball,
there's
they're amazing.
Yes.
They're professional basketball players, but it's just not the same thing.
There's no excitement.
in a sense, and on top of that, it's crazy because the real basketball players watch both. I don't mind watching women's basketball.
I don't mind
just
watching
don't.
it either. You know what I'm saying?
And
you have to be a real basketball fan.
You
to
do.
watch it. If you're just like a casual basketball fan,
You're
that's
not gonna
watching every
enjoy
now
it.
and then, you're gonna want to go watch an NBA game. But if you're a fan of the sports itself, then you have no problem watching both WNBA and NBA. But it just depends on what you're trying to see.
And one thing a lot of people don't realize is that because these women in the WNBA don't have the they don't have the ability to dunk like all these dudes do.
Which is not their fault. I mean,
It's not their fault at all. They literally have to know the fundamentals so much better. So they're honestly a lot more fundamentally sound than a lot of these NBA players. Because if you think
But you
about
just said that's what you wanted to see.
it, is what I want to see. But I just don't make an effort to watch women's basketball. I have no issue watching it, but I just don't. But like literally, right? Sometimes these dudes in the NBA, they make it to the NBA all just based off athleticism. They have little to no skill, like whatsoever.
Yeah, and then they work on it in the NBA.
Remember Tyrese Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but an athlete. For a while, I thought Dwight Howard was nothing but an athlete. Like some of these dudes are literally just athletes, and and that's it. But then they develop their skill. But the women who play basketball, they have to be great skillfully. Like they just have to.
Except for like the very few that are like 7 foot and shit like
Or
that.
to them, 6'1". Like
Yeah.
us, we'd be considered centers in women's basketball, damn near, or like power forwards, just based off height. It's kind of crazy to think about, but
But we wouldn't even be in the NBA type shit if we tried to get him.
no, literally at 6'1", 6'2", I'd be like a small forward-ish if I was a girl. But as a man, I'd literally be a point guard. I'd be fighting for my spot. I probably wouldn't even be in the NBA.
You'd be on the bench. You'd be in G League.
Yes,
You'd be-
easily, or overseas. It's that hard, bro. Like these dudes are. That's my keys. Like these dudes in the NBA, like D Rose, Steph Curry. They're taller than both of us.
Mhm.
D Rose is 6'3".
Something like that. And you see him on the court, you're like, damn, that nigga's short.
No, they're tall as fuck.
They are towering over all
He's
of
an
us.
inch taller than me.
D Rose,
You said 6'3", I'm 6'3".
6'3", right? 6'3", but then like in regular day life, we're considered. Oh my God, you're so tall.
Yeah, bro. People be like, bro, you're so tall. I'm like, I'm really not. Like,
I don't
stop
ever
saying
feel as
that,
tall
bro.
as people
Like,
making me out to be.
Nah.
I'm not
don't
tall.
either.
I'm damn
I
near
just feel like I
average
got
of a
long
bitch.
legs.
Yeah, I just feel like I got long arms.
I got long arms, bro. That's about it.
Nah, my arms are normal size.